So give me your love. So give me your love. I need you when I see you. You surprise me. Your face is beautiful to see you. Every night I take your heart. So give me your love. So give me your love. Give me your love.
All right, so we are back for another Sunday of ESEA. Myself, Burning Red, of course, and my well-esteemed co-caster, Mr. Extremes. Welcome once again, and I think this weekend we're gonna probably have an interesting set of games coming up.
You called me well esteemed, bro. Sure, that's quite an introduction. I'm going to have to live up to these words that you've laid out there, and of course, I am very much looking forward to the action today. It's not the highest profile games overall compared to maybe last week, but it's going to be really interesting to see the likes of Dragoon, Ventus Red as well, Veneration actually playing this week. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I think it's good to see a different set of teams playing this time, and as compared to last week. Obviously, just going quickly back to last week, we had Flipside Playouts, and they played a very great game against WRG. We had DC APG, that was a cracker of a game, and then we had a pretty simple game to right in the beginning as well, which was very one-sided. But still, it was actually pretty entertaining, nonetheless, for some ESA action. But we're bringing you another weekend, or another Sunday of, well, like you said, not the best of games, but I think it's going to be pretty entertaining, nonetheless.
Well, according to the billing, of course. I mean, we also saw in ECL last year and that season that it's entirely possible for some extremely exciting games and even upsets to happen when there's teams that you wouldn't think would have a chance against another team. So, you know, it's also entirely possible. Of course, I'm building it up because that's my job. I should be saying things like this, right? And you're going, oh yeah, of course he's saying that. Why wouldn't he want to hype this terrible game that he's about to bring us? But fact of the matter is, we're here, we're casting, and it's XTC, the Masters team, versus a relative unknown in Dragoon. So I think let's talk a little bit about the actual Dragoon team, just in terms of where they're at in ESEA at the moment. And where they're at right now is they're in 18th place, 0 from 4. So having a really tough time of it at the moment. So one would expect a Masters lineup like XTC to leave a boot print or several on them.
Well, quickly to interrupt you there, how many teams are in
Cool.
ESCA? You know what I mean? Like,
19 in total, actually.
yeah, so it's obviously, it's not looking good for them at the moment. And look, it is if I'm not mistaken, the beginning stages. Like, I think it's the first season from this year. I don't think they've played a season before.
Well, first this year, yeah,
Yeah.
it's season 24, of course, because that's taking into account
There
all the
we go.
many
That's the
seasons
number I
of
was looking
CS:GO
for.
before.
I got confused between.
Oh, there you
two.
go. It's in there somewhere. If you shake your head around a bit, it might fall out.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was season 23. I even thought it was season 25. I just couldn't like make it out. I was like, no, which one is it? I can't focus. And well, thank you,
It's in
kind
there
sir.
somewhere.
Yeah, well, anyway.
But yeah, if you look at our friends Dragoon, I mean, we don't know anything about their lineup. I don't think I've even played with any of these guys in retakes or on like Pillowsoft or whatever. Of course, I very seldom actually play on my own name anymore, so I don't think most people know what I'm playing with them. But anyway, I think it is useful to play in a competition like this. If you're a team like Dragoon who's starting out, it's really you can learn a lot from it. And a lot of people will argue, hey, you can't really learn a lot from getting stomped. But the fact is, you learn what the actual top teams do versus lower teams, and you kind of also can see some of the executes and the way they approach the game, and also the speed or not that they approach the game with. Because I mean, something that I found in initial encounters was like energy and bravado and these guys, and I mean, back in the day, well, the day being 2015, it was either the MWeb Masters or the Arena competitions that were the sort of opportunity to play against the top teams if you weren't in the top team yourself. And I just recall every encounter with those sorts of guys, the when they didn't execute, the speed and ferocity and the quality of flashes that came in was just like, holy crap, I've never experienced anything like this. Don't know what to do. But when
Yeah.
you kind of encounter that for a while, you start to deal with it better. To deal with, and obviously if you're in a team where you actually are talking about it and trying to work out how best to approach it, then you are going to learn something from it. But of course, if you kind of going with the attitude of, hey, we're going to get wrecked, who cares? You're not really going to learn much at all.
Well, look, that also just kind of initiated a question in my head around the splitting of teams in ESEA. Is that going to happen? Is there a possibility of that happening? That we've actually got the pros side, and then we've got the kind of amateur league, which then would comprise of a lot of these teams specifically. And do you like? From my side, I think it's better just to clump them all in and as one. Maybe just because of the lack of teams, we've only got about 19 teams, like you said, that have registered. Um, to keep a singular league structure, but then again, there's also like knowing how ESCA do structure their leagues, they have got the different divisions per se, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, that's it exactly. I mean, in other parts of the world, I mean, it used to be called Invite, which was the top level, and I know this coming from TF2 because we were always watching the Invite games with like Froyo Tech and teams like nobody here would have heard of, but yes, yeah, and TF2 is still a thing. It was also called Invite in CS:GO as well. Now it's actually called the Professional Division. You got Premier as well, which I mean, just to talk about professional, bring out things like names like Optic, SK, CLG, Cloud9, Liquid. I mean, that's who's in professional. But there's also a lot of good teams in Premier as well. So I mean, although I'm using the North American good teams, I should have probably gone to the European division. But anyway, if you know North American teams, there's E United and Splice and well, is there any other names here that anybody might actually know? Well, unlikely by the look of it, but I mean, Premier is pretty good. And then you even have Main, which is another step below that. So I mean, obviously each tier has more teams in it than the. I mean, there's 83 teams in Main, 24 in Premier, and then you got I think 16 in professional. Actually, 14 in professional. So I mean, this has like a just like English Premiership or anything like that, or the DGL. It has promotion and relegation.
Yeah, it's got
So
those.
I mean
It's got
that is
those different league structures specifically, or league ranks, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it might be beneficial in South Africa in the future, but I mean, we even see in DGL right now that there is a definite gap between the best teams and the worst teams. And nobody's worst, so to speak, because they're in Masters. That means they're, by definition, pretty good. At least Premier Division good. But there is a definite gap between, like Aventus and the Energy, a very, very big gap, in fact. So, um, I don't know if that would really work for us right now. Having everybody together in a lot of ways is probably better just as the lower teams get some exposure. I mean, also they might get casted. We're doing casting. There's Linux, who's doing a lot of casting now as well. Still in early days, so please support him. Love that guy. Don't know why. Could be his name. Always Penguin Avatar. I don't know, but yeah, I think there's definite benefits to it being the way it is right now. I think a year or two down the line it definitely has to change because then you don't want a Bravado necessarily playing against a Dragoon because for Bravado there's money on the line. There's all sorts of other things going on, maybe international events. Why would it be worth their time, playing lower teams? So
Well, as you're
we'd
asking
have
that,
to see.
as you're asking that question, why are we only seeing 4 CTs versus the 5 Ts of the XT team? I mean, that's also could be a little bit of a. how do I say? A little bit of oh, there we go. No, never mind. They just swap sides. So there are only 4
That's
guys
a
on the
strange one.
Dragoon team, which is a bit of a
So I'm guessing somebody didn't show, which is a little bit what the hell?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that sucks.
shame. Okay, well that
But
really sucks for them now.
I'd like to actually ask a question around Spaz. I mean, everyone has been kind of putting him in close radar. Well, certain teams have, but I've never seen him play. I don't actually know his ability.
You saw him
And
last week though, but I mean again against the lower team, so it doesn't really tell you much, yeah.
true, yeah, but like I would like to actually see him actually step up against the top
Cool.
team. But it is pistol round here between these two sides.
And you
And
mentioned his name, and he got a
he's-
kill.
He's the first one to get it. PND also following suit now as Dragoon tries to move into the A-bomb site and they get taken down quite quickly by XTC. So very one-sided affair there, but nonetheless, the game has started.
Well, yeah, I mean, mentioning Spaz, obviously you spoke his name and he delivered the headshots immediately. And he's an aggressive player. I mean, he seems to like a relatively quiet guy, but then again, I haven't really had much exposure to him, so I can't really say. But I mean, there seemed to be a little bit of a fight over him in some respects before the season started as a young player to look at. I think he was very briefly going to be an F3. But meanwhile, mid control coming out from damage Dragoon control, Dragoon Gaming. I wanted to call them damage control. I'm just like falling over my words. And Turtle get the kill there. Another kill flying in.
Good support play here from PND picking up the 2K there just behind Turtle once he went down. But nonetheless,
I really should not be. Sorry, I really should not be pulling out the huge postulations when we should be talking about the game because it's very hard to switch tracks there, metaphorically speaking.
Well, just having a quick look at the score now. PND actually on top there, 5-0, and the rest of the team just one frag each, except for Zin. Zin hasn't really featured at all. Going into round 3 now. Dragoon only with 4 players. A little bit of a problem here for them. Let's see if they can actually get into the site and get a bomb down. It's highly unlikely that they will take this map up against XTC. They are more superior as well. And Zin, as you can see, running in there with the SMG and just taking out 3 players quite quickly. What a good start here for XTC. It looks like they
Almost like these
player
players
as
are
well.
listening to you. Maybe they dropped a player intentionally to make it a little bit fairer. I don't know. I mean, I've seen that happen before. You mentioned Zin, he gets the 3K there. Of course, it's going to be potentially the first buy round. Yeah, I mean, Dragoon very slow to actually purchase anything, which is, oh yeah, they're not buying up. How very odd.
Yeah, very,
So
very
just
odd.
some upgraded pistols here for them, and oh, Deathwing actually nearly gets a shot there on B player, but in the meantime, an actual 4v4 contest, and strangely, Dragoon actually not buying up.
Yeah, we see Turtle coming back though. He's dropped off though for the round, and here we go. XCC picking up 2 frags again, but Dragoon, yeah, not buying up. Very, very interesting move from them. I guess it's maybe just to pick up stronger rifles, or maybe 2 AWPs going into round 5. I mean, right now it just doesn't look really great for them. And they have feeds a lot. Cape Town feeds a lot, or Captain feeds a lot. Sorry, just
Captain from Cape Town, who knows? But
yeah.
let's see how he does. We got 5 players again on XTC, so round pretty much no issue for them at all. Spaz has got the bomb and only a P250 in Feedslot's hand. So what is he to do? Well, let's see if he can maybe just get a headshot or something. I mean, Viking's fairly low, but Zin's going to take Feedslot down, and that's another round in the bag there for XTC.
Yeah, easy stuff at the moment. 5v4, not very difficult for them in the slightest at this moment. We'll see the AWP come out in the 5th run now, which is interesting, and then 3 AKs with a lot of utility. Dragoon's going to have to really pull out all stops right now if they want to try and take a round or 2 here, but I don't think this is going to be a very kind of, well, it's going to be a close game at all. I mean, this is going to be a one-sided affair. Also, XCC being the dominant team here between the two and having the numbers advantage, it's a no-brainer, really.
Yeah, it's a shame for Dragoon. Obviously, they maybe didn't have their sub sorted out, or maybe the guys lost the internet or power. I mean, this is South Africa. All that stuff sort of happens. But you can see XCC playing with a no-respect style, and this is something that top teams tend to do. I mean, they are playing within their structures. They're not just rushing, but they are playing very, very aggressive, and as they should, because they do feel that they've got the skills advantage. PND actually pushing behind there and taking out Thorn. He's going to take a little bit of fire there, and he's in a bit of trouble now, and actually goes down there to Shenron.
Oh, nice shot there from Viking, little 1D popping out there. And it's only, well, once again, Captain feeds a lot. just hanging down here in Toxic, and he'll go down to Turtle. So 5-0 here, XCC making quick of it as well. And also, they're going to give us an extended break before we actually get to cast the 6 o'clock game at the rate that they're going now. So, which I guess
Yeah,
is
well,
great for us smokers, but like not so great, or sorry, us vapors, but not so great for like, you
Ooh.
know, the people watching. I mean, we have to wait now till 6 o'clock for the next game to hurry up. But at the
Very much the
moment,
case. This.
let's hope
Do
Dragoon.
you see Spaz shootings in there actually?
Yeah, just a little love tap more so. Turtle's taking the first frag. We see there's a response now from Dragoon as they come through. Spans with good backing up here, managing to pick up one. He'll get himself the second. Did spot the guy on the left-hand side. Feeds a lot. Always the last one left. He gets the one spray down, gets himself two.
Whoa!
So nice little amateur pro plays coming out here from Captain Feeds a lot on the spray transfer there, but still no damage to XCC. 6-0.
I love how you framed it as the amateur pro players, man.
That's exactly how it is. I mean, yeah, I guess
Yeah,
there
well,
are
I
other
mean,
words to use. I'm sorry, I've got a vocabulary of a dog, really. But let's move on.
Woof. Anyway, who's a pro though? Who actually gets paid for this?
Very
Is the
few.
other question.
Very
Very few. Even the pro teams aren't really paid. But yeah, it looks like B's the intended target here for Dragoon Gaming. So again, they got a buy, not a great buy. I mean, one of their players, Eternal, is on just a P250, but feeds a lot again, actually featuring and getting the first kill there for his team. He's now on 5 for 6, which isn't too bad considering the drubbing they're taking, and he might get the second kill as well. Actually takes Turtle down there in those vents. P&D meanwhile replying on the other side, but it's a 3v3, very winnable here for Dragoon.
Dragoon doing quite well, but Zin coming from behind and taking the bomb, controlling it now. Bad position right now for Dragoon. Only feeds a lot left. And he's under a little bit of... well, he's actually in a good position right now. He should be able to take down Zin, which he does. That's 3k for him at the moment. He's going to have to do a little bit of a clutch ace here. Does he get his man? Yes, he does. It's a
Whoa!
one-on-one situation. All of a sudden, PND under pressure. And feeds a lot here with a 4k to his name. He's going to try and go for the ace. Clutch ace, hopefully. And let's see if he spots our PND. I think he knows PND is hanging about. Well, Panda just got the angle here. Nice little interesting decoy. Oh, I think he spots him out. He knows where he's sitting. He's going to go around the corner, but he'll get taken down, and there's no clutch for him. But still, valiant effort there from Captain Feeds a lot. Very
I love his
opposite,
name.
opposite to the name, really, eh?
Yeah, him and Thorn might need a swap looking at the scores, but of course, while we're looking at the scores, look at P&D 11 and 2. He's just going and looking for work the whole time. I mean, he's rotating really quickly off that A site and getting right round behind Dragoon repeatedly here. So I mean, he's definitely going looking for work, and it's like they're going to try to get out of mid here with this force buy, but Span's actually not spotting the foot there. I thought he might have.
Oh, he's
3
got a-
players here for XTC in middle, and there's going to be an encounter here. Spaz gets the kill.
Look at that push out there from Thorn on the right-hand side, not paying off. Didn't even spot Zin. Zin, easy frag there for him. And right now, XCC just, once again, dominating all over the place. And feeds a lot, the last one left. He seems to be the last one left all the time. But the score here, 8-0. They're making so quick work of this XTC. And rightfully they can do so, because there's only 4 players on the Dragoon team. The guy that dropped him, feel sorry for him or shame on him, really. That's the poll that's going to go down tonight. Let's see who will vote which way.
Well, the question there as well is, I mean, well, it's not a question, but teams don't always put the most seriousness on their matches. I mean, last night we saw Ventus Red not showing up for their game versus Pulse, and actually ended up playing in a headshot server with some of them. Ooh, look at this, Feeds a lot might actually get the first kill here. Meanwhile, on the other side, Shenron also getting a kill there, Eternal Shenron to be specific. Don't know which word to actually call him, and they actually got the numerical advantage, but look at Turtle gets that headshot, and the smoke's gonna come in.
Interesting bounce back here from XCC. It is a 3-on-3, but they've got the HP advantage. Pretty simple stuff. And Viking will be able to take down Thorn. So Shenron, I'm going to call him Shenron. Sounds a bit like Chevron. A little bit of, I don't know, it just reminds me of the petrol company, but anyway.
What sort of Star Trek-y, doesn't it? I mean,
True. But, well, right now, Feeds a lot only on 18 HP. He's kind of the star player right now here for Dragoon. He's going to have to really work it. But Shenron actually doing quite a good job right now on that mid to A.
trying to force some rotation there, so Feeds a lot can maybe catch something rotating off B.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Look at Viking. Solid as rock, waiting it out. Patience is key here. And Feedslot might just get onto his angle. And does. Takes down the bomb. He's got the bomb control as well. But Shinron around the corner. Ooh, strikes Viking right there. Picks out the P250. Does he get the shot in? Going to be a tough little battle, but manages to get it right. Shenron also stepping up here. And now it's Spaz. Spaz the last one left. He's going to have to be very quick with the AK. The bomb goes down. Maybe he'll get the angle shot. Shenron's got the right direction. Aims, misses, and gets taken down. So that was the only opportunity Dragoon actually had there of taking a round this far. And, well, easy stuff for Spaz there.
Yeah, well, two 1v1s though. In recent rounds. I mean, PND again leading the way on 12, but you know, Shenron there with the 3K and looked pretty good doing it. So, I mean, the players definitely have some skills. Just the coordination's not there. I mean, when you down this amount of players, you really should be playing together as much as possible, which they do seem to be trying to do. I mean, Feeds a lot does seem to more do his own thing, play a bit of a lurk style almost.
Yeah, and then from time to time, it looks like he goes in as the entry fragger.
Look at that, PND getting aggressive yet again and getting caught this time, being a little bit too aggressive.
Well, it's going to be up to Spaz now. He's going to have to defend off this A-bomb site against Dragunia. 4-on-4. The odds are now even here when it comes to the numerical advantage.
Great nade.
Look at that. Nade out of the picture. Spaz jumping in, getting himself a frag on the corner. Still focusing on him right now. He is sitting in this A-bomb side. He's going to have to be very careful because there are two of the T-side players waiting for him. They're going to draw him out. He's going to get himself the spray transfer.
Oh!
Picks it up. And that's exactly what was going through his mind there. The good planning there and easy stuff for XTC once again. Amazing play from Spaz. 10-0 here.
Really patient play from him as well, to just sit there and not to try to take that battle. Of course, PND is the guy running around the map looking for work, but Spaz is the guy closing it out a lot of the time, yeah, seemingly. So we were talking about him at the beginning, seemingly a valuable commodity as a player before the Master season started, and you can see why in some respects. Of course, this is lower tier opposition potentially, but oh, shot going to come in there for Viking, gets the first kill on Deathwing, and numbers disadvantage even worse now with Zin actually catching a kill there too.
Yeah, he picks up the double kill here, and there's an Eco round for... Ooh, almost spammed him through the wall there by the looks of it. But 11-0, Eco round there for Dragoon. Not really valuable in the slightest. And XCC just, well, they're fully loaded with cash. I mean, look at Viking. AWP, all utility in the world, 16k. I mean, what more can you ask for?
I'm very surprised that Vikings actually playing with AWP. I've very seldom seen him pick it up in previous games in the last couple of years. So interesting to see. It usually be Zin or PND. So I think PND is supposed to be the AWP this year, is what I heard. Deathwing actually going for the shot there and clipping Viking. Viking not actually catching anybody just yet, and he goes down. Headshot there from Feeds a lot.
Good support play from Feetsalot. He's going to go for the 2K. Gets it as well. Zin out of the picture. That's the B bomb side open. Look at this. Shenron here with the auto shot. He gets his man. Oh, that's a little bit of
2K with the auto shotty.
Oof, that's a little bit of a sore one for Panda there. He doesn't really get taken up by auto shotties in actual matches. And, well, they got a little bit of bomb control here. We've got Spaz, the last one left, and he's under a bit of pressure right now. He's got 2 to contend against. The chances are great right now for Dragoon to pick up their first round here. And really depends on how Spaz actually handles this. He manages to ding Feeds a lot even further. Deathwing around the corner with the AWP, and we'll take him down. And there we go. Dragoon picks up their first round. 11-1. Just not good enough, though.
Sure, that auto shotty dropping a little bit of humiliation there, I guess, but not really much of that when you're leading 11-1 if you're XTC. So look at that, Shenron taking that auto yet again by the look of it, not actually upgrading. But I was going to question there why Dragoon was splitting up actually, because considering the HP that Feeds a lot had, probably wasn't the best of ideas, but works out for them in the end. But generally speaking, if you've got to play a solo, you're going to want to stick together so you can trade.
Oh, look at the lineup from Viking there, picking up 2. Oh, awesome stuff to see. PND also with another one. But yeah, I think really regarding that split, it's probably got to do with that the team is so set in playing in a certain way that that they don't really know how to kind of maybe how do I say, compromise for having one less of a player, so they all go in their specific
Or
positions.
compensate, I think is
Sorry,
the word you're looking for, yeah?
that's the right word. Yeah, vocabulary is just really shot at the moment today.
Oh, well, I mean, we haven't casted much in the last sort of 5 to 6 months. You'll learn. It'll rub off on you, my young Padawan.
Eventually.
Listen to your senpai.
Okay.
Ooh, no. Look at Sin, how aggressive he's being here. He's pushing way out of the off and gets the kill and feeds a lot. So, Danger Man already out of the picture. And I mean, look at Shenron's buy. He's bought a Bison. I don't think that they're going to be able to do much in this round.
Yeah, I don't know what people do with. I don't know what you're supposed to do with a Bison these days. I mean, it's literally a paper shooter,
Throw it at your opponent.
pretty much.
And PNG doing his usual coming around the back thing and gets the kill. There, Bison actually going to get a kill. So was that player without head armor maybe, but traded off immediately by PND and just Deathwing left. They don't spot him initially, but takes him down in the end. PND. So again, PND with the pushes off that A site, sitting at 17 and 5 at the moment, which is a little ludicrous. But of course, it's Dragoon with only 4 players. So I mean, looking at this XTC lineup in general, as we were about to see around where XTC presumably are going to stand all over the faces of Dragoon. I mean, this XTC lineup, we saw a lot of potential in them last year. Didn't do too well at Masters finals, despite doing really well at ECL. I mean, the only team to actually take a map off Bravado. But,
Yeah.
you know, they initially stayed with the same lineup as Turtle there goes farming with the weapon that he procured off Dragoon from the last round.
I think he's. I think he's just purposely picked up that. That.
Yeah, I think he's
that
trolling
weapon.
now.
Yeah,
Really.
because no, you probably heard me, talk about it in the previous round. He's like, nope, I will show you how to use this gun. And here he goes.
And he's
actually.
getting another kill and another. Oh no, not another after all.
He picks up 2.
But he goes farming. Get some money there, and Deathwing's going to go down to Zin. So only one player going down there, and it's 14-1 after the first half. So not really much to say about it. But as I was saying, XTC were a team we fancied to do better at Masters, and really didn't. We didn't even see them on the main stage, which was a bit disappointing. But they are a team that I think has a good approach to the game. They've got a good mix of players as well. I think their overall level definitely upgraded with Spaz. I mean, Tianqi was a player who seemed to be almost like talismanic for this team. The guy who helps the team be good when they potentially had, well, arguably better skilled players before coming in and out of the lineup and not really sticking or really achieving too much. Tianqi was always the guy that was there when they did well, like they did in 2015, and put themselves on the map. Now he's not there. They've got Spaz, and they're actually doing pretty well in all the leagues at the moment. So you got to say Spaz seems to have integrated well. So what are their chances this year? Do you think they're going to live up to the potential that we saw in them last year?
Look, it's going to have to be a complete mindset change for these guys if they want to, take pole position or go for second or third place. They've got the talent to do it. No, there's no doubt about it. But it's really going to be a case where they're going to have to rethink on how they execute their strats. What strats are they executing? Is it still relevant to the latest meta? Are they playing local meta? Are they playing international meta? It's really there's so many questions. But we're into the first round here of the second half, and as you can see, XCC just bludgeoning through right now. Turtle's actually here with the dual elites. Gets the support, and I know Feeds a lot is trying desperately here, but he's out of ammo and he'll get knifed. First round goes to XCC, so look, we'll probably see the end of this very, very shortly. And yeah, that's basically my answer to your question there. Like, there's a lot of factors to actually involve in actually confidently stating that they're going to do better than what they did last year. I mean,
yeah, sure. I mean, you're obviously sort of painting a nice picture for us there, but now here, can we get some personal burning red insight? Are they going to do better? Do you think they're going to do better this year?
I think they're going to do better, yeah. From a personal point of view, just the way that they are playing, and they've got some fresh blood into the squad. I think they should be able to produce quite a good result. We see
So
the
I'm just having a laugh there at some of these kills, because this is real straight up Dust 24/7 deathmatch that's happening right now.
Well, there we go, guys. So that was a pretty simple win there for XCC. Nothing much to it, and a little bit of a boring game, to be honest. But nonetheless, it's done. And unfortunate for Dragoon, they're not being able to play with all 5 members. So from our side, I mean, look, we've still got about half an hour left before we actually kick into the next game. So the next game is due to start at 6 o'clock as well. If you guys actually have, peeked on that or thrown an eye or something just towards the CS:GO Facebook page, you'll be able to see the times that have been posted there. There's another caster also casting at the moment, Linux. He's casting on his channel. I don't know what the channel link is. Please go to the CS:GO Facebook page to go and investigate
Well, I
further.
don't think he's casting right this very second though. He'll only be starting. I think
thought
at
he's.
7.
Oh, okay, cool. So he's starting at 7.
Yeah,
And
Suspiria, read your messages properly, bro.
I don't.
What the hell, man?
I don't. I've
No,
just-
no, you were busy. He's going to be casting from 7, so he'll cast at the same time as we're casting VNR versus Ventus Red. He'll be doing Singularity versus Energy Esports, so that'll be good. Of course, the Veneration game I'm really looking forward to because I'm really excited to see how their new lineup does with Bananas and Unreal, which I think is going to really bump their level up somewhat. So that's going to be good. Of course, the next game we're going to be doing is Aperture Gaming versus the main Ventus lineup, and we did Aperture last week, looked very strong versus DC. I'm excited to see how Ventus are going to do against them.
Yeah, I think Ventus is going is a questionable team. It's a team I want to see. First off, before I actually comment and say, okay, no, they've got some work to do, or they're actually progressing very well. They have got some interesting players in that squad. The three new teams that, if I'm not mistaken, Pulse, XD, and Ventus, that have joined Masters, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, XD was actually covered versus Bravado the other night by Linux, so it was obviously a victory for Bravado, but we saw a few runs out of XD nonetheless. Just something to also mention for you guys tonight. We would probably have been doing DC versus WRG, but they actually played the game earlier in the week, so I don't know why the website hasn't actually updated, but that's what the owner of WRG has repeatedly told us, so we have no choice but to believe him that the game has already been played, hence why we're not covering that one.
No. Anyway, guys, I think let's take a quick 15-20 minute break and then just jump back into it once the other teams are ready. Mike, from your side, don't know what else is ready to comment at the moment. I mean, we just kind of this game was very
XTC
quick.
too strong. Yeah, very very quick. Apparently the number 5 for Dragoon dropped them. They try to get a sub, is what I'm reading in the comments. Yeah, sorry, we weren't reading the comments while we were casting, so just having a look now quickly. It's an unfortunate situation for them. Of course, ESEA is a lot more stringent on that sort of thing than DGL is. So, if you're not on the website and a paid member of ESEA and part of the team, then you can't just sub in at the last second because you have to actually log in through the ESEA client. So it's just not possible, and unfortunately, so they got a little bit wrecked. But we saw some positive signs. What was it? I want to call him Enron now, but I'm thinking of an energy company. And then I thought of Shenzon, the bad guy
Chevron.
from Star Trek Nemesis, the really bad Star Trek
Oh,
movie.
yes.
Yeah, Shenzon, and then we get to Shenron. That's how we get there. And then there's obviously Captain Feeds a lot, who also did pretty well as well. So
Yeah, he was
those
actually
guys are
pretty good.
looking fairly sharp, those players. But we have to see how they do in future. Maybe they'll get into good teams. Maybe they don't. Of course, just because you're skilled doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be in a good team. But
Yeah.
let's see if we see them down the road. This road that is known as CS:GO in South Africa. So thanks for joining us for now. I think we'll probably see XTC in some other games in the coming weeks. And of course, they are one of the stronger teams. So let's see how they do going forward. And of course, the next game coming to you will be Aperture versus Ventus. So excited for that one. See you in a bit.
Cool. Cheers, guys.
If I were the devil, I wouldn't be happy until I had seized the ripest apple on the tree.
Todo mundo aqui vai dançar.
Me machucou, hein?
Todo mundo aqui vai dançar.
Me machucou, hein? Me machucou, hein?
Right, so we are back now for the 6 o'clock game. And obviously just readying it up and waiting for the teams to join the server. As per usual, my well-esteemed co-caster, Mr. Extremes, has joined us once again. And we're going to be taking you guys through the next match, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Aperture versus Ventus. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. And please also
I
indicate
don't
to me.
really want to correct you, but you're right, at least.
Yay! Got something right today. Awesome.
Yeah. Cool. Clearly not our choice of games, really, for the first one. We got that one wrong. We should so totally have casted that Bravado versus Energy game. Huh?
Yeah, only if that was
If there was such a thing, we would have done it, right?
indeed. But
Limited time, tough schedule. Therefore, we cast what is available at the times that we can cast, and this is what is available. So we're bringing you this because we could find nothing better.
yeah, There isn't anything
Actually, I
better.
mean, this is a great game. I'm actually pretty excited for this one.
Yeah, I
Being
think
all honest mode engaged now.
this match is going to be potentially the closest out of the lot. I mean, just looking quickly at the matches that we are casting, um, it is APG versus Ventus now at 6 o'clock, and then at 7 we've got VNR versus Ventus Red. Um, yeah, I think look to be fair, I think the Aperture versus Ventus game, two Masters teams, one old Masters team that's been in the Masters for the last year, and then a newly kind of joined team Ventus, which holds a little bit of mystery, I believe, in that squad, and I'm very kind of keen to see how they're gonna perform up against the likes of Aperture, who's a very well respected team across the board. Doesn't matter really who plays for them; they generally have a very good lineup. So I don't
Yeah.
know. The new Aperture side also just a little bit of an interesting one, but I think a good one nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. If you, as you say, they always manage to remain strong despite several lineup changes in the last few years. I mean, if you look at the one player there, Convict, who's been there since since last year. Prior 2015, he was in IFG Defect, of course, but he's the one surviving member from last year's lineup. Was the AWPer at the time. Saw him AWP quite a bit last week versus DC, but we also saw Zio with AWP as well. So
Yeah.
let's see how they approach cash. Of course, that was a different map. ESEA is always a map per week. So last week it was what was it actually? Now that I'm thinking of it, was it Dust 2? Yes,
Yes.
it was.
It was Dust 2 week.
Yeah, which was a fitting send off to the old girl now that she's no longer in the in the actual starting lineup, so to speak, of the 7 active duty maps. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was interesting to see, of course, how well Aperture did, but DC playing devil's advocate here, if I may. DC also were in that game with a shout, absolutely, in the overtime, and unfortunately dropped a couple of players and then weren't able to reset the round. So it could have even gone into double overtime potentially.
Yeah. No, it could have, but unfortunately that one disconnect kind of didn't really work out for them there. But still, I think they'll see each other again. I believe, and I think maybe hopefully in the same season, maybe in season 25. We don't know, but when we see that match again, we want to recover it and make sure that we catch every little moment in that one map, that best of one, because it's key.
Yeah,
Because
it was
it's
quite an
left
exciting encounter.
it's left us all wondering, like, who's the real champion of those two. Like, we can't really say Aperture. By a technicality, they won, of course, and obviously kudos to them, and very very well
That's with
played.
every likelihood they would have won anyway, though. But
Well, look, I mean, no, but still, very well played to them. They actually managed to come back out of after a very big half deficit, and they managed to secure the
True that,
draw.
yeah.
So, look, I'm keen to see the next encounter between those two teams. I mean, however it goes, it doesn't matter. May the best team win, and hopefully we won't have a
you
disconnect.
just want to see it again, of course.
Yeah, well, hopefully we don't
Yeah,
have
well-
a disconnect. I mean, that's kind of
Indeed.
that's the one thing I don't want to see, like when it comes to casting games and all that. But whilst we talk about
But
casting
of course, it
games,
does happen.
Yeah, it does. But whilst
Yes.
we talk about casting games, let's get into this game here between these two teams. I think this is going to be
I
pretty
don't want to. You
close.
can't make me.
No, you have to.
Jeez. Okay. Fine. So if we have a look at these two lineups, as we were doing when we started to digress somewhat, we got Custom and Zio, the energy refugees, or you could call them, or you could say that they gratefully joined from a flagging energy outfit, which is now suddenly the best in South Africa, but we're very far from it last year because they weren't in Masters last year. So I mean, they went to Copenhagen, failed a little bit there, unfortunately. Of course, against some good teams, but really didn't get the glory that the players might have hoped for. And they've come here to the Aperture lineup. They're in Masters, and I'm sure they're hoping for good things. And I think they're undoubtedly one of the top 3 or 4 teams for sure. Maniac is a guy who's been around in a few lineups. We saw him in Altitude before. I think he was in Eternal Conflict as well at some point, I think. Definitely been around for a while. I wouldn't categorize him in of the best players in South Africa, but he is one of the more consistent guys. So I mean, he's definitely earned his place in the lineup. Spartan was a guy who was with WRG last year. Um, from talking to WRG, some felt he didn't really fit into the team. Was a little bit less chill than some of the other guys were. So that's sometimes a bit of a recipe for anger. So,
Yeah.
um, didn't work out there, but a highly talented player, of course. And then on the other side, Ventus lineup, you got Skizzy, who I think is definitely the best player in the team. He's a guy who could be in any Masters team in the future. I think lots of potential there. Hyper and Hatch from it was what was the team called? Pixel Hunters. They were in last year.
This is the old DVN team, by the way. The Ventus team. This is the
Yeah,
Divine,
some of them are, but
Divine, most of them actually. Hyper. I don't know
Hyper
about-
and Hatch were not in that team.
Are you sure? Because I'm almost certain they were. It was Hyper, Hatch, and Skizzy, or Shizzy, however you spell it.
Oh, maybe. But anyway, we are digressing. We got the man who was in the Terror lineup at DGC 2015. Very good player. Was in Pulse last year as well. And you got Crucial, who I don't really know too much about. But of course, knife round happening there. And Aperture, they're on the CT side. Ventus Gaming on the Terrorist side. And we shall see who shall prevail. Yeah, on Cache, it's Cache week in ESEA. Pistol round.
Welcome to Cash Week. And we've already gone through one map that was a very, very straightforward one-sider. But now we're into the pistol round here. Interesting start here, though, from Ventus, starting it up there, moving into that mid spot, going for the boost instead. Inclination is that they're going to be going in towards the A-bomb site. No one really watching except for Spartan, who's very much sitting at the truck side, just kind of peeking it out, waiting. He's almost like giving them the sight right now, and that's kind of the focus here. Convict, though, taking a little bit of flack on that mid side. He's going to... but gets the shot on Crucial. Good start here now for Aperture. Spartan under pressure. Backs off immediately, trying to see if he can engage. He gets the shot on the man.
What a shot.
So now, all of a sudden, applied pressure here now from the Aperture side, coming in from all sides. Well, there we see Zio going down. So response from Ventus, just in the nick of time. Spartan, though, with a P2000 around the corner here. He's going to try and gang one, and he gets the shot on Shizzy. One bullet wonder. Convict also with another shot. And it is only Hatch left here, and he gets taken down by Custom. And Aperture take the first round here. So good retake from Aperture nonetheless. I think Ventus just didn't get the shots on the mid side on Convict first off, just to ease the pressure, and on Spartan there.
Yeah, definitely Spartan, I think, with the crisp headshots there, I think his kills were the most impactful. Of course, Aperture did stack 3 players in the B-bomb site for the beginning of the round there, so I mean, they maybe were in a little bit of jeopardy, but when that smoke came in mid, they were able to realize they needed to rotate in a hurry, and of course the car player dying there to Spartan from Ventus didn't really do too much to prevent them from coming in for the retake. So bomb plant there for Ventus. They're going to buy in the third round, so this round is going to be save. Go to the P250s. And see if they can maybe get a plant or maybe cause some damage. Meanwhile, Aperture want to farm up some money with those SMGs.
Indeed. Spartan, though, the only one there on the A-bomb site. He's got the M-Force, rightfully so. We see a bit of applied pressure here from Zio. Manages to spot out 2 of the Ventus players, so the inclination is for them to go towards the B-bomb site, but we never know. There's a bit of a interesting lurk play from the man here. He's probably going to go in towards that mid-side through the vents, but we'll have to wait and see as Ventus now moves slowly in towards the B-bomb site here. They need to be careful because there is Zio and Maniac, sorry, Zio and Custom, a very, very experienced pair, starting to nail it down. Custom and Zio both picking up frags. The Convict also taking down the man on the mid side. Crucial, the last one left here, gets the pick there on Convict, but just not good enough. And Maniac not too aggressive on that warehouse and spots the last guy on the rotation. So he's going to try and go get that bomb, but he's going to walk right into Spartan's M4. And he'll just knock him down there. 2-0 here. No loss. No, sorry, 1 loss there for the Aperture team.
Yeah, pretty clinical from them and pretty much expected versus the buy Ventus had. Ventus going to bring the AKs out now. Have a little bit of utility to work with as well. So this is the round where they really need to make their impact. And of course, Cache is a map where you can actually rack up some T rounds at times. I mean, right now it is slightly towards CT, but in terms of sidedness. But You do need at least sort of 6 or 7 to feel pretty good about yourself, and there's going to be an engagement towards mid here. The man taking the jiggle peek and not quite finding the shot. Meanwhile, his teammates looking to maybe take somewhat of a fight towards that A-bomb side.
Yeah, aggressive play
This
from
push here from
Convict.
Convict.
He's going to try and go for the shot, but backs off immediately. Goes in towards the vent side, rather. So once again, we see Ventus now prodding at the A-bomb site here. Bit of interesting positioning once again here from the man. He's deep in the smoke. They're trying to see if he can just catch one of the guys on the right-hand side. Does not know where Convict is actually sitting. And Convict knows where he is. There we go. Gets the shot off on him. So good start for Aperture here on the defense. And it is up to Ventus now to try and pull it off and get in towards the A-bomb side. Get the plant down. The smokes have been deployed already. Use of utility seems to be fairly decent on the breach here. Not that much though, but there are 2 players close by for Aperture. Maniac and Spartan, of course, as we can see. Shizzy now with a boost. Doesn't pay off. He goes down, and now all of a sudden Ventus... Only 3 guys left. Trying to get this bomb down for extra money. They managed to get the frag on Maniac there. Good shot there though from Hatch. We see now Zio coming in aggressively here with the MP7. Gets nailed down by Hyper still, but he takes down one of them at the least. So it's a 2-on-2 scenario here, looking not too bad for Ventus. And it's Hatch and Convict now. And a 1-on-1 situation. Convict goes in with the flash. He's got a bit of utility left, but it does not peak. And Hatch gets him there. So it's the first round for Ventus here. And a good start for them, actually.
Yeah, it was actually a very strange round. While that fight was happening in the mid with I think it was Maniac and the man, Ventus actually pushed into the A-bomb site, had control, smoked the cross, and were in the bomb site, re-smoked it again another 2 times, and then only brought the bomb in. So it was unusual. I was watching this while you were commenting on the other stuff going on in the middle, and a very unusual situation. But they win the clutch, and it's going to be Aperture drop down onto this somewhat quasi-buy, force buy.
They're going to have to make it count here. Already in the 3rd round, and we have a round for Ventus here as they move in towards the A-bomb side. Pretty straightforward, getting the 2 frags. Maniac responds with the 1, and the man comes around with the UMP-45, taking down Maniac. So it's only Custom and Zio left, the guys in from B. And they're going to have to try and rotate in. It's going to be tough for them. I don't think they're going to go for it. They're going to probably just hang back and go for the guns, rather. Maybe. That smoke's going to help them a
For
little
an
bit.
exit, possibly. It looks like they are actually committing to it, which is interesting, but you never know. I mean, they are the classic duo, and in they go. Gets the first kill there for Zio. And now they've recovered a UMP, but they know exactly where they are, and Skizzy's actually going to get the headshot there on Custom, so just Zio left. Dropping the fake flash, but I don't think it's going to work for him. Skizzy takes him down there, and actually ends with a 3K, so looking good for Ventus so far. 2-all at the moment.
Yeah, having a look at the scores here. Hatch and Skizzy right up top there, 5 and 4 respectively. And then just looking at the APG side, as expected, we would see Zio and or Custom in that top 3, but it is Zio and Convict and Spartan actually taking the most frags score there, specifically 5 and 4. And we're into round 5 now. Here we go. So it's 2 apiece, and it is going to be up to Aperture to respond back here. Just not getting the shot. Nice little bruise from the man, but not good enough as Convict takes him down. So good mid-play here from him. Managing to smoke off that entrance and keeping the T-side at bay on that boost.
Ballsy play though from the man that he actually stood in that fire roasting there and going for the kill. I really thought he was going to get it. Drops Convict very low, but doesn't win it after all. Meanwhile, Bomb is going towards that A site, and this push here from Aperture getting punished there with Skizzy and Crucial taking them down. Meanwhile, Maniac catching a kill as well, so it's a 3v3. Spartan in a crucial position now. And he's going to get the 1 kill, get traded off immediately by Skizzy.
Yeah, good play from Spartan there, keeping his position, not going in after dropping 2, actually catching him a little bit by surprise now. But now it's up to Zio with the AWP, and we've got Custom as well with the M4 coming in from the mid side into that connector. So they're going to try and see if they can maybe just do a simultaneous breach. They've got no utility. Only a little bit was that thrown there by Zio, but now they've got nothing. 1 molly in the hands of Ventus here. Hyper gets the frag and Custom gets taken down. So that's the trade-off. Now it's a 1-on-1 situation. Zio needs to be careful though. He's not spotting his man Oh, and gets taken down.
Oh.
Skizzy there with good defensive tactics, defending that bomb and getting the man there. 3-2, and Ventus take the lead here.
Yeah, Skizzy playing off the sound cue there, doing it properly. And I mean, Zio had to run at that point. Time was up. So it was pretty much stacked against him there. And Skizzy playing it correctly. And of course, at the moment, leading the way for his team and on the scoreboard overall, 7-3. So Man's going to actually take up the AWP, which is interesting. See, I recall with Pixel Hunters Hatch usually AWPed. But it looks like the man is the man, so to speak. Aperture with the P250s and just the single 5.7, no armor, so it's very much a save for them.
Now, once again,
Ooh,
on
and that
Eco
nade's going to do massive damage. Sorry, 5 HP there on Spartan.
now 5 HP is all he needs. He can still play with that. Bit of a mid-side engagement here, but nothing too serious for Ventus, as they need to be a little bit wary about the P250s. And as you can see, Skizzy coming out there taking on Custom, so he's gone back into towards the mid side. He's going to try and get shot there, and maybe the frag. Now, Maniac and Zio trying to push out, but Hyper just waiting for them and pots them one by one. As we see, Spartan's still alive here, and Skizzy just cleaning up this B bomb site right now for Ventus. They'll be moving in, so we've only got Spartan and Convict left. So not much coming from it here for the Aperture team. They are struggling just a little bit. We see Spartan dropping there. He had no HP, of course, after that grenade. Crucial will pick up his 2k there on the end of it. So 4-2 here. Ventus now in a good position. And obviously the buy run coming in once again for Aperture. Let's look at the scores.
Yeah, well, Skizzy again, 9-3, so looking good so far. Of course, he did play a couple of anti-ecos there, so it's going to pad the stats a little bit. On the other side, Spartan, Convict, and Zio all pretty much around the same sort of place. But yeah, 2-4 at the moment. Aperture got the buy, no AWP though, so not quite poverty for them, but not quite what they would hope. Skizzy, meanwhile, pushing up through mid with the boost and getting the headshot really early on, so opening things up for his team.
Yeah, that boost, that's what he wanted in the round before the last. I mean, that's what he was going for, and then he got burnt, remember? Skizzy coming up here, he'll get taken down by Maniac. So there's the trade for Aperture. Good one at that, and also Ventus with a TK. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I saw that. I was watching that thinking, what is he doing?
But look at Zio here, good defensive play. Custom also there, so they're going to keep Crucial at bay, and I think that was just more of a, well, a natural kind of instinct play there from Hyper, really.
Instinctual shot, yeah.
That was really not well, I don't understand it, but anyway, good play from Spartan and Zio. Yeah, Zio will pick up another frag himself, and Aperture, well, funny enough, pick up another round here. That TK, I think, swung that whole team off guard there for that moment. Now I'll have to relook on.
Yeah, it would have actually been a 4v4 in that bomb take, and it went from a 4v4 very rapidly to a 4v2 because partially I think because of that TK. So, but unfortunate for them there.
Yeah.
Hyper is good at clicking the heads, but I clicked the wrong head that time. So 3-4 at the moment. Convict's going to be on the UMP, so money's still not good really for Aperture. Terrorist side got a pretty good buy-in as well, so this is very much a make or break round for this portion of the half.
Indeed it is. It'll be up to Ventus here to set the pace of the round. Although we might just see the CTs play a little bit of aggressive play a little bit late on mid to end round, but I don't think that's going to happen as we see Ventus focusing on the A-bomb side. Here we go. Moving in quite quickly. Skizzy taking down Spartan after dropping the man, and also Hatch taking down Maniac. Maniac not really actually being able to trade, but Convict coming in from behind. Good mid play here, taking down his rival on the mid side.
That's a big kill there. It's going to really help them on this retake.
Indeed it would. And it's a 3-on-3 right now. Although Convict quite low in the HP. We got the two guys from B moving in from that car side now. So Convict's going to have to come and support from either from the connector. And Hatcher's got a very good angle right now. Oh, Skizzy under pressure, but he manages to stay alive. He gets himself 2 frags before getting dropped down. And now it's up to Zio. Zio does not see Spotty's man there in the door side, and Hatch will take the last one. This time the correct opponent. And Ventus now will increase the lead 5-3. So very good play there from Skizzy actually on the spray transfer. Managing to get 2 frags there.
How big are this man's kahunas? Because I mean, he's literally standing in an angle that's pretty much open from three sides basically, and it stands there and takes the fight for the flash that was coming in from his teammates. So really great coordination with the support player then Skizzy as well, just standing there where he could have been shot from main, he could have been shot from the toxic barrels or from car side. So really ballsy play. It could also gone completely wrong. He might have just gotten pegged immediately, and the round could have gone differently. But yeah, excellent play. You got to ask if you're custom in zero right now. You're probably a little bit annoyed with your ace side players because these two poor guys seemingly having to rotate most of the time, aside from 2 rounds ago.
Yeah, look, I mean, just quickly going back to this that Skizzy 2K there. I think it was more of a gamble really for him, but it paid off, and he did the right thing. He did the correct spray transfer, and he just kind of kept his cool in that moment there. Then talking about the A side here specifically, I think Maniac and Spartan are getting nailed quite a bit on that A bomb site. They're not managing to trade. Spartan is, but Maniac isn't. And that's a problem. If you not dropping or at least trading with your partner in a bomb site, one or two guys, you're going to have troubles on the retakes. Specifically what we're seeing here, the retakes are not effective enough. They are outnumbered, first of all. And I haven't been spotting the utility use that much from Aperture's side. So that also could be a problem in itself. But we'll have to wait and see what Aperture actually does with their utility. Because I haven't really been focusing on their utility use as much. Just looking on Ventus, Ventus have got a full stack of utility. So what I would understand and what I've seen, it does look like they do use their utility quite often and at the right
Well,
time.
yeah, they do, but it's also their game plan seems to be pretty well sorted on this map, particularly on that A site. I mean, there's two schools of thought with the A sites on this map. Either you kind of sit in there like Aperture are doing and try to trade until you're both dead, or you let them have it and you pay for the retake. It's actually a fairly easy bomb site to take with the retake if you got utility, but the problem is by the time the retake happens, there isn't any left. So perhaps they need to just adjust their style slightly on this bomb side. Of course, Aperture now just with the pistols, armor, and only one player there. And let's see what they can do with it. I mean, it's unlikely, but they're going to try.
Yeah, they're going to have to hit the shots here. APG. And you can see Hatch all the way back. He'll get the frag on Maniac. Pretty easy stuff in there. Not really getting hit at all. So now it's up to Ventus. Now, once again, they're going to focus on this A-bomb side. I think they've sussed out Custom and Zeo in B, and they just go, no, wait, guys, let's focus on the other guys rather. Maybe easier opponents, they would assume.
Potentially, yes. Obviously, still the early days, but Spartan now going to try to find something. Meanwhile, Zeo actually drops the man to 1 HP, and the man continues to try to take the fight, but
Ooh, the
remains alive.
lineup.
Spartan coming in, I get
Wow!
1, 2, 3.
What really, really good pistol play there from Spartan. 1, 2, 3. Easy stuff for him. And I don't think he spotted Hyper going through to the corner. Hyper will take him down, though. But still, damage has been done. Retake possible here, or plausible here for Convict and Zeo. If that bomb gets planted, of course. Otherwise, it is still open play. We see, though, this might be a bit of a problem. The man coming in from behind, but he'll get taken down by Convict, making too much noise. And now Hyper knows where he is. Oh, drops him, dinks him quite hard there, but he's going to try and go for the bomb plant. Good play here from Aperture, managing to sustain lesser fatalities here on this round. And we're going to see Convict coming in. He's going to try and go for the shot. He gets it, actually. The bomb has gone down, so Ventus will pick up a couple of bucks there, maybe enough to buy up. And Aperture will pick up their 4th round here. Phew. And 2 guns, actually.
Yeah, pretty good win there for Aperture. Of course, them running down the barrel of Spartans 5-7 there, but unfortunate for Ventus, but just the luck Aperture needed. In that situation, though, with Hyper with all the HP, yeah, I felt like he could have won it, though, but that shot, who was it actually who dinked him from Catwalk there? But with the P250 just dropping him low initially, and unfortunately his teammate on the 1 HP dies early, so... yeah, it just didn't work out for them, but Aperture now strong buy, Ventus pretty weak buy, of course. They're just going to upgrade pistols and see if they can make a similar upset happen in this round.
Now let's see how this one actually works out here for Ventus. Ventus now focusing on the B-bomb site a little bit more than what we've seen in the past couple of rounds here. They're going to try and see if they can breach in. Zeo and Custom, or it's actually Zeo and Maniac. Look at that. They've already swapped it out. Those two have swapped out. Their Custom and Maniac have actually gone from this perspective, but
Ooh.
Maniac not doing much, just getting smacked right there. Zeo managing to pick off the trade here. The rotation in effect now already for the CT side, and we'll see the rest of the T side move in. Zeo picks up another one and another one on top of that, so that's 3 for him. And he's done the damage. He's defended off that side very well. Retake should be pretty simple here for the Aperture team. And as you can see, they're taking down the last 2 guys, and the defuse will come into effect. Only losing 2, and all credit in this round will go to Zeo, and the previous round will go to Spartan. 2 guys that gets the 3K, and in literally the most difficult of situations. And look how they turn that round around.
Well, at least in yeah, absolutely. At least in this round, Zio had proper equipment, though. I mean,
Yes.
we are talking for basically a save versus Zio, but still, I mean, he stood up there. He was under a lot of pressure and could have easily gone down against those pistols close range across the one shot. Headshot potential of the pistols in CS:GO, despite the fact that the guy's got a big expensive rifle, you can kill him with one shot with a PC-50 up close. So that's CS:GO things, and other CS:GO things that are happening right now. Well, the game 5-all at the moment. Ventus on 5, Aperture on 5, and all to play for right now. Ventus with a pretty good buy. Got Zio with the AWP as well. So hoping to maybe find something towards that B bomb site. Just holding it solo as well, which is a good adjustment to their hold so far. I mean, they've now moved from having 2 people there as they did the previous round. And they're pretty much set up on this A bomb site to receive Ventus about to come in, and Custom that gets the kill but gets traded initially.
Yeah, well, Spartan's going to be under pressure. He manages to take down the 1, so look at that. Both players in the A bomb site doing the job here. Spartan picks up another one. Will go for the 3rd. And there we go. That is a solid defensive on the A bomb side. We could see Ventus going again for it because they were quite successful in the previous rounds on that bomb site. And well, it's just not paying off for them there. So once again, Aperture now taking the lead 6-5. This is turning out to be quite a close one.
Yeah, they seem to be trading rounds repeatedly here. I mean, Ventus again going to be on a save, just upgraded pistols, and don't know how much they can accomplish here versus the buy of Aperture. But in that previous round, again, Spartan really showing up for his team, and so far being the standout player. So one of the new additions along with the other 3. But Aperture so far that we've been cast, the second game we're casting of them, looking good yet again.
Yeah, they are starting to kind of wake up now, and there we go. Zeo taking the shot on the man. It's obviously just a upgraded pistol buy here from Ventus. Not having enough to actually buy up, and it's a smarter move rather. Already sitting 5 runs in on the T side, not too bad. And now they want to try and see if they can maybe increase that, maybe to 7, maybe to 8. Take the half. It'll be great for them. But it'll be pretty tough though.
Skizzy with a boost again.
And they love their boosts.
Probably find Maniac, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh!
Straight shot. Maniac out of the picture here. Convict backing up though. Picks up the 1, but he's under pressure. Will pick up another. He's going to go for the 3rd here, but will drop. As we can see, Hatch picking up the M4 there in the hands of Maniac. Did not do anything once again. Maniac not really shooting on all cylinders right this evening. And now Spartan trying to lurk in here and take his man down. He's going to go in, but he'll face up against plenty of bullets from Hatch with no armor, which is very, very surprisingly to see. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Yeah, Aperture looking still the strongest out of the 2. Hatch having no armor though, but he has got a Molotov, which he'll have to place very, very carefully once he collects that bomb.
Doesn't have a lot of time though, and they're going to have heard the drop, I think. So he's going to probably get the plant here, but as to whether he can actually hold it, he's going to come in ahead.
He's being flashed off now. He needs to be ultra careful right now. It's 2 guys from all angles. Got no armor here. Very impossible task. Oh, he faces them both at the same time. Will go down, and Aperture will extend their lead here now, 7-5. But there is a bomb plant, and that's a little silver lining in this round for Ventus.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have gotten so close though for Aperture there, considering the huge advantage they had in terms of the buy. But still, Ventus objective achieved, I think, in that round, and we're going to see Skizzy on the AWP now, so that might just be about spawn or something like that. But yeah, on the other side, well, on the Ventus side, the man also not really doing too much. Neither is Hyper and Crucial, so 6-4-2, and Skizzy there consistently likes to go for the boost. Meanwhile, the man, as I'm talking about him, actually gets a kill there as Maniac gets a little too aggressive, and man nearly takes Convict as well.
Yeah, look at Skizzy here. He's obviously trying to fish out his man on the mid side. He gets him. Oh, but does not hit him. And, well, it looks like Convict is playing a very ballsy game on that mid side. Gets back into connector with his teammates. And now the mid side is in control of the Ventus team. And there we go. Spartan out of the picture. Custom managing to take down one. Zio doing quite a good job there on that sneaky work with Hyper actually moving in towards that B bomb site there. But Skizzy now just kind of controlling the mid side here, putting some order down. Custom still around. He gets the frag on Hatch, so that'll even things out here for the Aperture team. And there's a one. Oh, not too good. Look at the Skizzy on fire with the AWP. And that is why he needs the AWP. And Custom not being able to take his man. Spots Skizzy though. I think he's aware that they're going to try and focus on this A bomb site now. I mean, sorry, the B one.
Very much. Skizzy getting aggressive, going to peek again and actually gets the kill there. I mean, this guy's hyper aggressive the whole time. Sorry for using the word hyper there. And they're going to win the round 7-6. It was a very confused round if you looked at how Ventus were pushing there. I mean, at one point they had a 5-3 advantage and then just dropped 2 players from being possibly a little over aggressive there. But still managing to win out in the end with Skizzy just going, well, ballistic at the moment. 20-9 on this guy. And the next closest player, Hatch, on 11. On his team, so yeah.
Yeah, Skizzy very, very dangerous with the AWP. We've seen now. He's actually picked up his game tremendously here. Hyper managing to get the first frag on Zio, so that is the B-bomb site potentially open for Ventus here. It is a buy-up though from Aperture, not the most convincing buy-up, but good enough. Going into round 14.
Interesting that Ventus haven't actually tracked into that B-bomb site, and that's because they don't actually know that Zio's been playing it alone. Having not really pushed there too much. So they're still pretty committed towards mid. And look at this, a crick on SG553 on the man, actually.
Well, Convict having got the angle here. Look at Maniac now, just coming out with the max 7. He's just trying to become more of a deterrence there for the Ventus team moving in towards this mid side. And Convict, though, actually getting the frags here. Picks up the second one. Skizzy out of the picture now, so it's going to be up to the man, Hatch and Crucial. And doing some work there with the grenade kill, and it's a 3-on-3 right now, looking pretty interesting. If you're an Aperture fan specifically, because I think you have got Custom, you've got Spartan, 2 top fraggers or heavy fraggers, and Maniac there with the max 7 that can also blow out of proportion, but he goes down, and now it's up to Custom here. He gets himself the 1 frag under pressure. He will go down, and it's up to Spartan right now. The last one left for Aperture. He's coming in from the car side to try and retake the side. Good play from Ventus, managing to get rid of the 2 guys with only dropping 1. And they're going to have to defend it off now. Let's see if they can get it right. Spartan just working the angles here with the grenade. Ooh, he doesn't spot his man. But does he get the... He gets the 1, and he knows that the man is sitting on that corner side. He's going to go for the frag and gets it. Good retake here from the youngster. And we'll pick up another round here for the Aperture team.
Yeah, I don't know why the man actually peeked there. He must have known that Spartan knew where he was, but went for the peek anyway, obviously feeling confident with that gun. And Spartan's now liberated a SG553 for his buddy Zio, seemingly. So they're going to actually... Oh, he's actually going to keep it. So, interesting bit of recycling there. Meanwhile, Ventus coming with the buy in this last round of the half. It's 8-6 at the moment. Going to have a scout on Hyper, and Crucial with the lesser of the rifles there, the Galil. So, going to be a little bit up against it. Meanwhile... Maniac is, well, I was going to say he's got a shotgun, but he needs a shotgun, and Convict's going to push through middle there, through the smoke, takes the man down, and it's early advantage here to Aperture.
Yeah, the mix of plays right now from Aperture is giving them that slight advantage. I think that Ventus are not too aware or not too sure on how to gauge with this. Also, they're doing quite a bit of kind of squad rotations, if you know what I mean, like they did earlier with Maniac. Maniac seems to be all over the place. He goes from A, then he goes to mid, then he goes to B for a little bit, and then swaps out there. And nice little shot from Convict here, picking up the 2K. So that takes out the scout player. And heavy aggressive plays coming out from Custom there. Well, not too heavy, but heavy enough, as he's right on the entrance of that mouth side. Door gets opened here on door side. Gets the frag on Custom though, but look at this. Sneaky stuff from Spartan. He's going to go around the corner, and he's actually going to get his man. And that's the 9th round here. So 9-6 here, Aperture. Take the half.
Yeah, Ventus I must say in that round, the default they were very spread out, not really able to trade with each other, and I got to say it could very easily have been the opposite scoreline based on some of the advantages that Ventus had that they kind of essentially threw away because of their some of the decisions that were being made. Like if we take it two rounds ago where Spartan actually clutched it out in the end. In the mid-round sort of portion where Convict was low HP, he was in 7 HP. For the entire time that fight was happening in mid, the man had an aid and he only used it after his teammate died to Convict peaking with all of 7 HP. So, I mean, obviously the call didn't come in that, hey, I actually hit this guy.
Yeah.
It's silly things. But, yeah, I do think both teams are fairly evenly matched here. We've got to see what sort of CT side Ventus actually have. I would think that Aperture would be a stronger CT side, just looking at the players that they got. But of course, I mean, so far Maniac's been a bit of a sieve, only getting three kills in the whole half, and on the other side, Crucial and the man not really contributing too much either. So those guys really need to step up for their respective teams so they can close this out. Right now, my money's definitely on Aperture.
Yeah, look, I'll leave my analysis for the post-match analysis report, rather, because I mean I've kind of spotted something here that actually does give Aperture the, how do I say, like the leading edge against Ventus right now. But it's all up to Aperture. Let's see how they play their T side. If this might just change things up. And we back to the game. We do see though that. Aperture's intention is to potentially move a late A bomb site here. If the A breach is successful, they're going to have a little bit of trouble though, as we have got Crucial and the Skizzy sitting on that corner getting the good frags. A big rotation on towards that A bomb site there has forced the rest of the team now to move into towards the B bomb site instead. So that could have gone either way, but I think, yeah, fake play here and very well played from Custom, managing to take down the first guy, moving in towards the bomb site here.
Yeah, big over rotation there from Ventus, and they've still got the numerical advantage here, but they need to use these numbers now to get the kills, and they get the first kill there. Skizzy with the first kill, second kill coming in for Hyper, and it's just Convict left alive. He's taking the fight now, 69 HP, gets the first headshot. Is he going to get the second one? No, he gets taken down from behind by the man, so 3 players left alive for Ventus, and they actually take the round. So while they took the bait, the 2 Aperture players that pushed into that A-bomb site, not able to actually do any damage, and that proved to be the difference, I think, there.
Yep. A very good fake play there though from Aperture, but I think Ventus just kind of kept their wits about them, and they just said, look, let's retake and attack as a team rather than split up, because I think that's what Aperture's trying to do here, to take advantage. But we're into the second round now, and we expect a full range of P250s with almost no utility from Aperture, and we got one rifle already on the Ventus team. Skizzy picking up the M4A1S, and now it will be up to Ventus here to clock it off and defend it off comfortably. We see Hatch getting the first frag here actually on Zeo. So look, where things are going right now, I'm expecting a 9-8 result, but we never know. The breach might be very well orchestrated from Aperture. It just looks like they're all over the place right now, so they are slowly focusing on that rotation.
Look where the man is.
The man just spotting them out here on this little sneaky boost. So once again, +1 to the man, gets himself the second frag, and Aperture really just nowhere at the moment to be seen. Just dropping like flies at the moment.
Oh, to be expected considering the weapon advantage. Of course, they got the bomb planted that wall by the AKs in the third round, and Maniac gonna try and throw the flash through, and they close the door on him. Literally, not even metaphorically. The metaphorical part comes now, of course. Crucial takes him down, but yeah, that was some nice comedy there. I'm interested that Ventus and Aperture both bought MP7s in their second rounds, which is surprising, because I mean, internationally, guys don't really buy that gun much anymore. The UMP's just so good, even in buy rounds up close. So I mean, you can see the 2 UMPs are going to survive here and into the buy round.
What's the cash return? That's the question. Maybe there's a difference.
No difference. No difference.
Okay, yeah, then it is quite
Just a slightly higher fire rate, but $500 more on a UMP. It doesn't really make any sense economically at all.
Yeah, well, we're into round 3 here now in the second half, and Aperture have bought up a number of AK-47s. We got Maniac with nothing. Only a Tech 9, but that Tech 9 can cause quite a bit of havoc if it's in the right hands, of course. And let's see what Aperture will do here.
I think he's just gone for a bit more utility there, really, with the Tech 9.
Yeah, aggressive play coming out now from the man, and he drops his scan immediately. And look at this, Convict picking up a 2K here, opening up the mid side now for the Aperture team. So now they've got choices. They can go into mid and they can play into the B bomb side, because we have got one player waiting out there on B, specifically Zeo. He's camping out in Toxic. Or they can try and go A from Connector, which will be met with some resistance instead of the one player in the B-bomb side. And it looks like Aperture are rather going to move in towards that B-bomb side. It's a safer bet to do. They need to be careful though, because Hatch is around with a UMP, and that gun can do quite a bit of damage. We've seen it numerous times.
But yeah, 1v everybody is going to be a little difficult for him. Yeah, let's see what he does with it. Not much.
Well, there we go. There's the top play coming out from Skizzy. He drops the bomb, so at least he gives the indication. Does spot the other man. Oh, almost gets the headshot, but just a little too slow. The bomb will go down. So Aperture here in a very good position on a 4-on-2 situation. Only Maniac the one going down, so
They need a bug out.
not much of a loss, really. But look at this. Look at Custom.
Yeah,
right
they're
now,
going to save immediately, and with Custom,
harassing them all over the place. He might actually get the frag here. He's trying to challenge, but he'll go down to the more superior USPS, and Spartan will come out and just finish him off. So no bugging out there for Ventus, and Aperture maintain their lead, 10-8 now.
yeah, Ventus could have actually come in with a good buy there had they managed to save those two guns, but unfortunately not able to, and they've got Hypers only on 1,450, so they're not going to be able to properly buy into this. They're just going to upgrade some pistols, and that's about it, really. So one round lost and already on the eco, so looking good for Aperture, but of course we're still only in the 4th round of this half, so let's see where it goes. Aperture pretty much committed already to that A-bomb site, moving in there.
We've got a
And,
rush
not
coming in
spotting
from
any
mid.
aggression from Ventus. Yeah, mid-rush for Ventus, so it's going to be pretty much the site for free, I think, for Aperture.
Yeah, like you said, it's not much aggression coming out from Ventus, although we see the boost coming out now only. And look at this, Custom clever enough to spot that boost and just go, hold on guys, careful, they are boosting, and it looks like there might be a bit of a aggressive push coming in. Now Hatch now, obviously he wants to try and engage, but there's no one there, so he's wasting his time really in that B-bomb side. He needs to rotate in towards A, if only his team would be able to communicate that, which they do not know. So it is at the moment up to Aperture here to kind of hold the bomb site. We see the Hyper doing quite well taking down Custom, so that back end opens up here a little bit for the Ventus team. But look at this, Zeo sitting in that mouth side. He keeps him at bay. Not much happening right now except for Skizzy that's close to the door side here. He's going to try and engage, but times 2, there's no time left really. And I think they're going to just have to bug out here, or at least try and go for like a late pick-off or something.
Yeah, hopefully Hatch can actually just hang on to that rifle. That's really good, what he's going to want.
Oh, well, they
It's
managed
a couple
to
of
get...
kills, yes. They're actually going to recover a couple of rifles.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. 2 rifles actually going for the Ventus team. They'll be able to use that into round 5.
Absolutely. So 8-11 at the moment. Ventus just 3 rounds down from Aperture. They're going to come in with an off purchase now on Skizzy, and we've seen what this player can do. He's sitting at the moment at 26 and 12 KD, which is pretty amazing. But let's see where he's actually going to put that off, because that's going to really determine a lot of this round, I think. But he's actually going to play fairly passively towards that A-bomb site. Meanwhile, seems like some action towards mid from Ventus, taking a lot of control here, but not going to find anybody just yet.
The one thing I've noticed is that Aperture likes to kind of calm things down when they're playing on the T side. Not completely the same on the CT side when they're playing on in those colors. I mean, they generally mix things up so tremendously to confuse the team. But when it comes to T side play, they're very almost docile. You know, they just kind of take their time. You know, position themselves. There's no real quick flicks or quick quick rotations to the other bomb site. It's very much they're set in their ways. They want to breach the A bomb site, they go for the A bomb site, you know.
Yeah, you'd call it methodical, I guess. They're clearing all their corners and making sure that they can move into the bomb site. I mean, it's not even that late. I mean, some international teams will be throwing the smokes at about 20 seconds. So you'd be with 40 seconds on the clock, moving in towards this A bomb site now, and trying to see what they can find in the way of kills and see if they can get that bomb plant down.
Yep. And we see Custom now playing on the door side. Already Aperture moving in towards the A-bomb side. Yeah, Crucial in a good position, but doesn't get the kill. And Skizzy, the only one managing to trade off at the moment with the AWP. Nice little spray down from Convict, but he's low on the HP right now. And we can see now the angle here. Good angle from Custom, picking
Oh.
up the 2K there. And it's only the man left, and he's going to have to back out now because Aperture have basically stopped the retake and said, no, 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 you ain't coming in. And they're dropping 3 players there in succession. Only losing 1, Maniac once again.
Yeah, perfect flash actually there for Custom. Those players were completely flashed, so is the support player really excellent out of the Aperture guys and setting him up, because there was every possibility that the guys from Ventus could have retaken that, but in the end, going to prove too strong. So 3 players remain alive there for Aperture Gaming as they move further into the lead, 12-8 at the moment, and the money not looking good on the Ventus side at all.
Yeah, we're seeing most of the players in the 2000s, and well, just looking at the rest of the guys on Aperture, they look like they're in a good position there. A couple of AKs with about 2,000. I mean, Spartan with 4,000 in the bank, but nonetheless, 12-8 right now. 4-round difference here. Aperture have got the lead and looking strong. It is an eco round for the Ventus team, besides the fact that the man has kept his gun from the previous round, but aggression coming out now from the CT side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not really paying off at all.
Sorry, I hope busy typing away. Yeah, I do apologize if anybody can hear that.
No, can't hear it. But anyway, let's have a look and see what the Ventus team can actually do. Can they hold them off? I mean, they don't really have that much firepower at all. We have got Crucial with the Deagle and with armor. And we see the man now aggressively going out towards the B, well, from the B-bomb side. He's going to try and challenge Zeo. And Zeo's got the AWP, so he'll get the support now from the rest of the team. And Crucial just waiting for Custom to come around the corner. Oh, and gets the shot off on him
Ooh.
and drops.
I thought it was a 1D, but it wasn't. He was just low.
Drops him quite nicely there.
Oh, the biggest fail flash ever in the universe from Spartan there, but still takes the control and is going to be taking this engagement here. But the man with the first kill gets traded off there by Spartan. And just Hyper and Crucial are now left with their pistol, so the somewhat mixed by not really working out for them here. Of course, they do have the HP advantage, but yeah, no armor on Hyper.
Yeah, Hyper. Well, Crucial's got a gun, so I think he's just going to back off and or stay behind. Hyper's going to try and maybe pick up 1 here. If he gets it right, it'll be nice for them. But Aperture now destined to go into their 13th round to the name. And that will give them the 5-round increase, which they need to maintain all the way up until 16 rounds, and then I'll walk away here with this map victory. This is a best of 1 for some of you guys that have just joined the stream. I am Burning Red, and of course my co-caster Axe Streams. We're bringing you the Esea Season 24 Cash Week between all the
Yeah,
teams.
the whole week's been Cash Week, so this is the last day of Cash Week actually. But
Yeah,
we should see a buy coming out of Ventus now. But sorry guys, I know some of you are apparently lagging on the stream. I do apologize. We're just fine over here. I'm actually watching the stream while the stream is streaming, and it looks perfectly fine for me. So it could be some routing issues with YouTube or something. We do apologize. We apologize for a large multinational corporation that we have nothing to do with.
Yeah, so therefore we don't apologize. Anyway, going into round 7.
No, not really. Sorry.
Going into
But yeah,
round
it is cock. We do understand.
Oh, well, let's just see how this one works out here. And can APG breach in towards this A-bomb site and just knock down the 1 or 2 Ventus guys there? Or can Ventus actually respond back here and take a round? Because they desperately need to keep relevant in this game. Aperture just seems to be a little bit more kind of, how do I say it, like they're a little bit more clinical on the entries here, and the use of utility also, as we can see right in front of us, seems to be the right areas. Trying to flash out the guys from not getting in towards that that corner box area. As they move in towards the A bomb site now, we see them all go in. Convict getting the first frag on Shizzy, or Skizzy. Maniac finally chiming in, picking up a 2K, and there we go. Custom will pick up another frag respectively, so it's up to Hatch here, the last one left. The retake not successful for Ventus. And
well, it wasn't even really a retake. I mean, they just got mowed down as the guys were walking into the site there from Aperture. So
True.
Not even really a possibility.
I clarified as a retake, to be honest, because they were on the outskirts, etc., trying to get into the site after dropping their first player. So I'll classify it as a retake, in my opinion. And I think the bomb wasn't down, so technically it wasn't a retake. But look at this, Hatch trying to get two. Not really going to work out for him. 14-8 here now for Aperture.
Yeah, Aperture pretty much cruising at the moment. Ventus gonna have to force, yeah, I would think, considering the deficit, but it actually looks like they're not. And as I say that, then Crucial buys the AWP, so now the rest of the players probably will add armor, I would assume. But yeah, not really looking so good for them, and it's also kind of concerning to see how the AWP is being tossed around, considering Skizzy has been so strong overall and with that weapon. You think he should be the guy with the AWP, but we've seen the man have the AWP. Now Crucial's got the AWP. Of course, he had the money for it, but he could have dropped it for Skizzy. So, don't know. It just seems like Aperture a little bit better prepared and a little bit better set as a team, and Skizzy going to go down there as Custom is lurking towards. Oh, man just takes his head off immediately, but. So far, even numbers, and maybe that weapon will help Ventus get back into this round.
Yeah, this is exactly what Ventus needs to do in any sort of form or manner. They just need to trade. That's it. I mean, we can see right now Ventus doing actually the work here, specifically taking down Convict and Zeo in that one, and Spartan now managing to trade. So now it's a 3-on-2 situation. Looking pretty good for Ventus right now. They've got two guys with armor and one guy with half armor, but it's not a glass cannon, so at least it's something. And two guys with the AWPs. So this could work out for them if they literally just back each other correctly and they trade correctly, or at least just go for, like, at least we see some individual skill coming out. That'll also be great to see. But look, let's see what Aperture will do here. Good use of the molly here from the man, just kind of backing them off and just biding their time so the rest can rotate in towards the A-bomb side. And let's see if they can keep them from breaching in. They know they're sitting door side, and look at the double up there for the man. Oh, nicely played. And Ventus will pick up another round here. This is exactly what they needed. But is it too late?
Yeah,
That's
really
the
smart
question.
play from the man. Yeah, I don't know. It could be. I mean, Aperture do have a lot of rounds in hand there, but you got to look at that situation. I really thought they saw the man crossing there, but clearly did not. And he was able to actually take them down pretty easily. Of course, if he'd gone down early there, then it would have been two players trying to go for a retake with AWPs, which, as we know, is pretty difficult. So the things just fell perfectly there for the man and made his own luck. So Ventus now with a 9 and continuing with a double AWP, of course. Meanwhile, on the other side, for some reason, Convex seems to only have, I don't know if he's maybe, is he timed out or something? Yeah, no weapon, no armor,
He might
standing in
have-
spawn.
He might have. No, there we go. He's moving. Just maybe having a bit of a session with the guys and giving them some lip and saying, hey guys, wake up, come on, let's finish this up. They still
Well, he had
got
the money to buy, though, so I think there's definitely some issue maybe there for him. That's a problem going into this round. I mean, one player with no armor and no weapon, that's a huge problem.
It could be, yeah. And I think he'll have to play smart if he wants to at least get the frag. If he gets the frag or a frag, then it's okay for him. Then he's done his job. But still, having no
I don't
armor,
know,
no
with the Glock,
utility, and
he
Glock.
might as well type, I don't know, he might as well type sort of insults in chat or something for all the good that weapon does in this sort of early round scenarios. Maybe you can pick up a gun or something, but definitely that's an issue.
We see Skizzy also playing with the AWP now, so like you said, but here we go. Aperture now moving in towards the B-bomb site. Spartan a little flashed out, and Crucial and the lot are locking down quite nicely here. We'll pick up 2K hatch, and they've dropped the bomb as well, so they've got some bomb control. Look at Skizzy here, taking down Zeo with the AWP, and nothing, no response yet from Aperture. The B-bomb site, ooh, missed shot from Crucial, so he's not too quick with it. But I don't think it's going to harm them too much. They'll get into double figures here going into this round. And there we go, 14-10. So 4-round difference here between the two teams. And I think Aperture still have got the almost commanding lead, some would say.
Yeah, I think that round could potentially bite them. Yeah, I mean they have the money to buy into this round. There's just going to be one player who will be a little poor. That'll be Zeo. But if you look back at the game and it ends up being a tie or a loss, then you got to look at that round and go, what happened there? Prior to that, of course, the man doing really well after I was doing my very best to criticize the Ventus team for who had the AWP, and then they won the round. So worked out for them in the end, that buy on Crucial, and of course that was very much a force buy as well. So
Yeah.
those are two crucial rounds consecutively there for Ventus, and let's see what Aperture can do now with this buy.
Yeah, look. I'm just wondering now. I'm still just trying to kind of think on how Aperture can actually get this one through. And without any sort of major loss of rounds here. I mean, specifically just looking at their buy at the moment, they've got bucks. I mean, Convict's got a lot of money, but he might just use that as like a backup bank for the next round if they drop this one again. He potentially could, but I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. He might buy up for his team. There's a match pause in effect, so he's got time to do it. Maybe he's just trying to sort out his line issues. I can see he's just back on the block now. He's done very well for his team. He's actually got the most kills. No, there we go. So it looks like he's bought up actually for the whole team, or bought up quite a bit.
Maybe you had the old South African CS players curse, somebody knocking at the door while you're trying to play your damn match.
Yeah.
something along those guys. I mean, that's happened to be more than one time, dude. Living in a
Yeah.
complex, somebody's gonna come like around looking for something when
Yeah.
you're trying to actually play a match. Let's
Well,
hope not. Oh, bit of a fail molly there, but in the meantime, some damage, but not much traded in the beginning on Spartan.
yeah, let's have a look at round 25 here now, into round 10 of the second half. 14-10 right now. Aperture looking good, and Ventus are fighting their way back in towards a competitive difference of rounds here specifically. But once again, Aperture taking things slowly. Looks like they are focusing on this A bomb site just in the slightest. They might be able to get it right if they do get the frags like we've seen in the previous rounds. Well, now it's going to be up to, well, once again, Maniac only with a Tech 9. And I haven't really seen him take anything with it. Let's see if he can prove me wrong. Skizzy there with
Yeah, it's been a little bit quiet this match. Just the 2K, the one side take that was kind of the highlight reel. But he's sitting on 6 kills right now, the lowest on the server. So yeah, it hasn't hurt their team too much. But I imagine they would have closed this out some time ago had he been performing a bit better. As they push into the bomb site now, Molly's flying in and pushing in there, and he's going to get the first kill. So speak of him, and he gets the kill.
Well, there we go. Maniac managing to get that entry first off, takes out the man. Now it's up to Aperture just to maintain and keep them from any sort of breaching. But look at Spartan here picking up a 3K all of a sudden out of the blue. So quick, make that 4. Takes them down immediately. The youngster just showing the dominance there. 15-10 right now, and Aperture now are in a good position once again. Only one round away, and it looks to me that they're going to take this one, unless we see something surprising come out of the woodwork here for Ventus.
Yeah, they can actually go for the double AWP, so roll of the dice, of course, but they've got nothing to lose. It's potentially the last round for them. So the man and Crucial both the AWPs again, and yeah, well, Aperture persisting with the AKs, but it's of course been working for them, so why not stick with it? Notwithstanding the fact that they didn't really have the money for it, but you know, let's overlook details like that. Meanwhile, the man getting the headshot there, and Maniac's a Maniac down early, and nobody really finding anything towards mid here, but all this aggression from Ventus, and Skizzy going to get punished. Still got the man advantage, though.
No, Hyper in a spot of trouble, but he gets out of it, taking down Spartan. And it is a 3-on-2 scenario right now, so we can see Aperture now moving in towards that A bomb site. Only 2 of them, and they got 3 to contend against. Crucial, not hitting 100% with the AWP at this moment. But there is Hatch and Hyper just waiting it out right now. Bomb will go down, Convict just hanging it out, and we also got Zio, also the sharpshooter here for the team. As we see Ventus move in for the retake, not looking too good right now. Zio doing well, but here's the last one left. He gets himself the second last frag. It's up to him or Crucial. Crucial picks up the M4, and Zio knows. Oh, is this going to work? No, it's not going to work, and there we go. Aperture walk away with the victory here. Unfortunately, Ventus just not good enough or strong enough. And very well played from Zio there. Very calm and collected, getting the 2 frags on the end.
Yeah, I don't know why Crucial went to stick it though, because he did kind of have enough time. He could have tabbed it and then taken a peek or something. But goes for it anyway. It doesn't work out for him, and yeah, a lot of positive signs from Ventus. I mean, I wrote not an article, but I answered some questions for Good Luck Have Fun recently, and Ventus is one of the teams that I said are a team possibly for next year in terms of if you look at their lineup and the players that they have, they've got a lot of talent there, and clearly they showed it today. But in some of the rounds that could have been theirs, I think maybe inexperience a little bit of an issue, and also perhaps a little bit too much exuberance and running in and trying to get those frags. But Skizzy really, really impressive. I mean, also in other results, I've seen him 30 bombing as well in the DGL. So really exciting player there. But meanwhile, Aperture Convict putting in a really strong performance, and of course, Spartan as well, also just really standing out for the team. You'd kind of expect Zero and Custom to be those two guys that are dropping the star numbers, but at the moment it's Convict off the open on the rifle and really delivering, and Spartan looking a lot better than he looks in WRG.
Yeah, look, I mean, my post analysis basically on this game, pretty simple stuff. The thing that Aperture did better than what Ventus did was mix things up, systematically. I think Ventus, they showed a bit of aggression from specifically talking CT side. I'm not talking T side here. T side, different ball game. CT side is where it actually mattered to me at the least. Aperture, they were in, they were out, they were in, they were out, they were all over the place, etc. And they actually did it well. They actually, how do I say? They were aggressive, they were passive, they confused the opponent a little bit. They even swapped guys around, like I said previously, in different positions, and they worked it out, and they said, hey, well, hold on, this combination works best, and they left it like that. Whereas if you look at Ventus were okay. They also did the aggression and pullback, type of style. But I just think that personally their retakes are not as effective as what we saw with Aperture. The retakes from Ventus, they need a lot of work. There's a lot of coordination required there specifically. But anyway.
Yeah, also I think Aperture really exploited them in terms of how Ventus were rotating, because in the beginning of the match they massively over-rotated, and we saw them do that quite a bit later on. Then they were a little bit slower on it, and it seemed like the timings that Aperture were using was, I don't know if it was designed that way, but it did seem to be taking advantage of first the fast rotates, and then the holding a little bit longer and lurking to actually cut off the longer rotates. I mean, that's a timing thing, and a lot of people don't really think about timing in this game, but it is a thing. And yeah, just Ventus there looking good, but not quite good enough, and Aperture showing their pedigree.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be jumping into the next game shortly, which is WRG versus Ventus Red, if I'm not mistaken. No, sorry, VNR versus Ventus Red. But though, just looking quickly through the good old stream chats, I see Random Gaming by Kles Please, or however he wants to spell it. Looks like he was talking about the way that we were pronouncing Skizzy, right? Technically speaking,
I don't know. I mean,
you can pronounce it either way. You don't have to pronounce
you
it
could.
one
I
way.
mean, technically speaking.
Yeah. But I think from now on, we're going to just vote on it. Mike, what do you vote on?
I don't know. Just to trigger whoever he is, let's go with Skizzy.
That's my response as well. Anyway, guys, we're going to be back in the next 5 or so minutes, and then we'll be taking you through the next map, which is of course Cash. It is the Cash week here on ESEA, and myself, Bernie Red, and Extremes bringing it to you live. We also have Linux starting his cast now. I think he's going to be casting a few games this evening. Yeah.
Let's get that IP so we can get on to the next game. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, we'll chat to you guys in the next couple of minutes. Well, that was a lot faster than what I expected. Anyway, let me just make sure that I have got Mike back on the line. Mike, I have a question for you, by the way. This was an argument I had not
You
so
do?
long ago, yes, with Halbert actually, about the whole Bayside KFC scenario. Where did that actually...
Bayside Mike and Dean, bro. That's where it's at.
Yes, okay, I know that's the new 2017 meta, but
Or
anyway.
if you're really, that kind of person, Bayside Kawhi.
Yeah, okay, look, we're not going to go into hipster turf here, but
Hey, dude, I like Kawhi, so
therefore you're a hipster. But anyway, we'll just disclose that information.
I don't have enough of a beard and enough chest hair for that,
Anyway.
real or fake.
I was getting to my point. My point is...
Bayside KFC, where did
yeah.
it come from?
Well, no, what title did it spawn from? Because Halbert says it was Dota. I believe it's CS 1.6 or 1.5 at the time. And yet, no one seems to know the real truth behind it. And there's this massive ass argument about it as
I
well.
don't actually know.
Well, that's the thing. So let's
Trust a Dota caster to want to fight about something, eh? Jeez.
yeah, no, for sure.
He is a bearded wonder. He is the sixth bearded wonder of the world. But and I love him dearly. But he's wrong. Of course, it's Counter Strike because Counter Strike rules the world. That must be the answer.
Yep.
Despite the higher Dota player numbers and the much higher viewership of League of Legends.
Oh,
But in my head, in my heart, it's Counter Strike, bro.
I have to try and
Choose to
figure
believe
out...
what you want to believe, Donald Trump style, bro.
I have to try and figure out how to do a poll here because that'll be great for the viewers. Anyway, here we go. Manual poll, guys. Please put it down in the chat. Where do you think, from what title did the Bayside KFC incident spawn from? From what title did it come from? Was it Dota or was it CS:GO? I'll take all the votes this evening and then I'll count them and I'll go to Devin Halbert, aka Halbert, the Dota caster, and I'll actually argue with him and say, look, the viewers think it was CS:GO.
You can't. You do know you can't win an argument against Halbert.
Yes, you
It's like
can.
it's
I've done
physically
it.
impossible.
I've done it before, okay?
You have. Okay.
Yes.
Hashtag
look,
impressed.
no,
Anyway,
it took
we got
a
to
lot
talk
of-
about something else that's impressive here, man. We got to talk about these teams, bro, because it's gonna run away from us. In fact, the game is probably gonna start before we even get to the team. So let's do that. So, Veneration
Yes.
Esports, very excited about this lineup. Really wanted to cast them last week, and their opponents did not show up, which was kind of lame. Seen a lot of that in the OCA lately, seemingly. So we've got Tianki, ex of XTC. He joined them for this season. Ken Patchy, the old captain who was formerly in 2015 with TCR Rain, a very good team at the time. We got Unreal, who was previously with F3 and many other teams, Altitude included. Slow, don't know too much about him, but Bananas is the big addition to this team. Also formerly of F3 and Altitude, and a very heavy hitter in terms of frags. Of course, heavy hitter in terms of the memes and the toxicity sometimes too. But really, I think the team's a lot stronger with these additions. So I'm excited to see how they go. On the other side, Ventus Red, I mean, we've got the highly experienced Shaz. She's got some international stuff behind her. But on the rest of the team, I mean, we've got TKZ, who was with the academy team at WRG. We have Taylor, who was on 4G Sports and ECL last year, did pretty well. Fat Cakes has been around a bit as well. Dweezil don't know too much about, but I'd definitely say Veneration look good for this. And apparently Bananas is spamming me in Steam chat saying I've got to watch this pistol round. I think the person's watched is actually Ken Patchy, so he's giving it away. He's basically saying either he's trolling me because he's Bananas, or something actually does happen. Especially the fact that he's just spamming me while playing this match. It's very bizarre. But
Yeah.
pistol round it is. Veneration Esports versus Ventus Red. It's going to be Veneration on the CT side, and they're probing for some information at the moment, but generally being pretty passive. Meanwhile, Ventus very much towards the mid portion of A. They're going to be boosting over mid here, and two players actually going for the boost here. So expect some action towards mid any second now.
So let's see how this one actually works out. Here we go. A little bit of play now coming out from Ventus here. Managing
Well, Unreal
to...
and Bananas getting the kills there.
There's finally a little bit of a drop back in from Ventus, managing to take down well, make that 2, and then all of a sudden Vietnam drop back, and they get themselves 2 frags, Slowy and Kimpachi, and it's up to Shaz right now. And
Here comes the knife.
She gets stabbed, and unfortunately not good enough for her. So there we go, Veneration picking up the first round here, 1-0, and well, we'll have to see how this one works out here now for them.
Well, it turns out Bananas was right. I think he was probably referring to the knife there, that we should catch it, and thankfully we did catch it. So got the knife there and the extra money there on Kenpachi.
Well, let's see how this round actually works out now for the Ventus team. Well, Ventus Red, actually, now moving in aggressively into the B-bomb site here. And they're going to try and get in and get themselves a few frags. Fat Cake's doing well, picks up 2, and there we go. B-bomb site open now for the Ventus team. And Dweezil now on the right angle here with the Tech 9. He'll get the frag on Slowy. So all of a sudden they swing things around on this aggressive play. The retake not looking too good right now for Veneration. And, well, it's up to Ventus right now to just keep things going. Dweezil picking up another one. Unreal out of the picture. That grenade will catch Taylor. A little bit of a Kurbis happening there.
Nice bouncing grenade there.
Yeah. And yeah, it looks like...
yeah, I think Bananas is just going to be looking for an exit or something here, man, because, yeah, well, they're not going to go his way by the look of it, so he's going to hang on to the gun, and Ventus are going to get the round, keep 4 players potentially alive here as well, which is, I think that's all down to Fat Cakes blowing that round wide open with a deagle.
Yeah, I see that some people are messaging me, telling me to mute my mic because they think I'm actually talking in the background with you. Meanwhile, we're actually discussing with the viewers here about the Bayside KFC. But anyway.
Oh, dude, I love the sound of my own voice. Please mute your own mic. It would be better for everybody.
Sure,
Thank you.
Maybe
okay, bye.
Am I muted? I don't know. Let's just quickly double check.
It's very possible that our levels are a little bit off, guys. We're actually using Discord for the very first time, so that might be why. If I sound louder, we just have to fix that.
No, you sound perfectly fine in my ears. But anyway, moving into round 3, here we go. And full buy up now from Ventus. And Veneration, of course, on the eco round here. So they're going to have to try and defend it off. And let's see how this one works out here for them. Oh, already Bananas with the cheeky boost here. Gets his man. TKZ out of the picture. And it is a 5-on-4 right now. So Ventus, they're going to have to try and swing things in their favor, potentially. A little bit of a push there. Oh, Bananas now going down, though, to Fat Cake. So there's the trade-off for the Ventus team. Make that 2. Unreal actually out of the picture as well. So this is an eco round and should go towards the Ventus team.
Quite a sort of circumspect approach, to use a nice big word there from Veneration, that they actually decided to save there and not force around the UMP on Bananas. Usually CT teams will force in the second round just because it means they're going to double save anyway, but clearly they're looking to bring out the AWPs and have all the utility, and meanwhile Taylor looking slow his head off, not all that slowly, but Tionki? What?
Yeah, nice little play with the USP there, managing to get himself 1. And look, Kimpachi's also round, he's got a P250, so the retake is plausible right now for the Veneration team, but...
Plausible?
Plausible meaning that it's not... It's possible. That's just another word to you for possible.
Only in a crazy alternate universe.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Taylor actually shutting down both of them on the end there. So that's it. 2-1 now. Ventus Red taking the lead here now. And we probably will see another eco potentially coming out here from Veneration once again.
Yeah, it's going to have to. They're going to have a very good buy-in in the next round, though, so they're not going to be too worried about actually picking up some utility, which is interesting. So that might suggest that they're going to try some sort of aggressive play with those flashes.
Here we go. And, a lot of mid-play once again coming out here from the Ventus team, although that smoke-off will keep them at bay just for the time being. Assuming that was the CT smoke-off, it looked like it. Banana's now aggressively coming in from A side. He's going to try and see if he can maybe tackle Dweezil here, who has got an AK-40, oh sorry, an M4 and 1S. He's rather going to back off here. So into round 4 we go. 2-1 right now. Ventus looking strong. It's going to be very tough right now for Team Veneration just to pick up this round, because I mean obviously the double save. And Fat Cake's now flirting a little bit there, catching his man Tianki quite comfortably. And this might open up the mid-side play now here for the Ventus Red team. Look at this. Slowey also coming out with a P250. Cracking one. He's going to go for the double kill. He gets it, actually, and picks up a gun. He's got the bomb. And there's a flurry of frags happening on the other side, on B-bomb side as well, with Taylor actually the last one there. So now it's a 3-on-2. Look at this. Change of season right now. And we'll see Taylor now moving in towards the site here. Needs to be careful, though. He doesn't spot his man on the right. Already gets dinked a little bit. Flash picks up the bomb under pressure. Gets the frag. Well played here. So now it looks like Ventus might move in towards the A-bomb side. They need to be careful, though. Looks like they'll take down Banana. So it is up to Unreal here. But he manages to get hold of Taylor, but not good enough. As the Ventus Red team will pick up another round here. Just though.
Yeah, Veneration actually looked good for winning that for a bit, but of course the armor being the issue there. Bananas also, once his teammate there inside main went down, was then really out of position. They knew exactly where he was. He really needed to catch that frag on, I think it was Slow as he passed there. So not able to do it in the end. It's going to be the first proper buy round here, and you can see AWPs on both sides. Dweezil with the AWP and Slow with the AWP there. And look at that, Dweezil just jumps up there, peeks immediately, gets 2 kills.
Look at this, Fat Cakes as well, just aggressively, well, not aggressively, but defensively actually taking on Slowy, who was a bit aggressive on that entrance to mouth there. So now it's up to Bananas and Kimpachi, 2 experienced players right now, but I don't think it's going to help them too much because it's the whole of Ventus Red still up and waiting to get in towards some sort of site. It looks like that bomb is slowly moving in towards the A-bomb site, and there we go. The rest of them fighting off. Look at that. Almost a flawless round there for the Ventus Red team. Very well played by Dweezil in the beginning. And, well, 4-1.
Fatcake's actually picking up the AWP there, so they're going to actually double AWP versus an eco on cash. Interesting. But, yeah, Fatcakes and Dweezil both doing really well in that round. And if you... Specifically that round, Dweezil just basically more than doubled their score there. So... looking really good with the AWP, and the Veneration guys looking a little bit shaky right now. I was expecting quite a lot out of them because of this lineup, but obviously it's a very, very new lineup. I think they were only really together last week for the first time, so I think it's going to take a little while to get together in terms of cohesiveness. But Ventus Red showing none of that at the moment. Lots of cohesiveness on their side, and very impressive so far.
Indeed. Just looking at the setup right here, just in the overview, it looks like that bomb, or a lot of the players actually focusing on that B-bomb side a little bit, and then some of the guys just waiting for the boost, and then obviously the aggression coming out of that A-mouth side, whilst the bomb is waiting in a warehouse. Very much a default kind of coming out here from Ventus right now to decide on what they're going to do. And we got VNR right now that's not too aggressive. They're parking it on the eco round, of course. Slowly with a little bit of armor, and also not much utility though. So really just counter flashes for any sort of breach, I believe. And that A-bomb side is pretty open. We'll see Tianki rotated now. He's got some flash utility here, just to at least keep him at bay for a moment. A lot of work coming in from the B-bomb site as they take down Unreal and Kimpachi. So Ventus are in. And look at this, Dweezil also just waiting for the back rotate. Gets the one frag, will remain in the area here to try and take on the other one. He's very quick with the AWP, but needs to be careful. On the end of it, not too difficult for him there. So only Tianki left, and I think he's coming in from CT spawn side just to try and get a gun and get out of there. That's really his motto. Or is he going to try and engage? The bomb is down though, and it is ticking away. Looks like he's going to try and just challenge and maybe get something out of it, but I don't know.
Not too much you can do here, really.
No, not at all. But Ventus are looking very, very strong right now, their red team.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, looking pretty good. He nearly actually catches a kill. The TKZ going down with the bomb explosion. Ventus Red were actually very greedy for that kill there. They really didn't need to drop any players, actually.
Yeah, so very
considering the advantage they had.
It's quite clever there actually from Tianki, trying to keep them there as long as possible before they actually rotate out. Maybe catching 1 or 2 without a bomb and dropping a gun. It will have its effect later on. But we are into round 7 now, 5-1, and Ventus Red with the double AWP.
And Banana's actually with the AWP as well. Oh, that spray through the door there, Kimpachi dropped to 46 pretty early on. So still, again, early days in this match, but so far Ventus Red looking pretty much in control.
Oh, there we go. That's the bananas we know. Takes down the danger man from Ventus. Can
Isn't the
he?
bananas we know a lot nicer than this guy?
No, the banana. Well, there's two types of bananas, but anyway, we won't go into that right now. The
Leading question there, but
yeah, it's the ripe ones and then the not so ripe ones. You know, talking about fruit here. Anyway, aggressive from
oh, look at
Slowy.
that.
Getting knocked down though. The trade-off there for Ventus. So it is a 3-on-4 predicament here for the Ventus team. And now they take things slow.
Is it slow, yeah, or slowy?
I would just call him Slowy, really.
I don't know, like, people seem to think we should get these pronunciations right, but having never heard anyone actually say them, as Taylor takes down Kempachi, we've definitely heard Shaz actually going in, getting the entry there on that site, and that's the numerical advantage to Ventus Red, so it's going to be an after-plant situation here with an AWP on bananas. But yeah, I mean, again, we don't always hear these names literally ever. Tianki going to be pushing through here, but there's a player waiting for him. So we make up our own versions of what the name should be, right?
Yep, and look at Taylor here. Good position to be in. Takes down Tianki, and Ventus have turned this round in their favor once again. And there goes Bananas also out of the picture. 6-1. And look at this. Very, very interesting scoreline. A scoreline that we did not predict.
No, not at all. Really impressed with what Ventus Red are throwing the way of Veneration. Of course, Veneration can't be very impressed with how it's going at the moment. They're going to be on very much an eco at the moment. Ventus Red should be able to take this round, but of course, those Deagles, you never know. I mean, yesterday, Nico doing some huge damage for our sports with the Deagle on Mirage, so anything can happen with that weapon. We don't have any Nikos here, do we?
Nope. Good positioning from Shaz, taking down Tianki. Once again, eke around, like you said. And it is going to be up to Generation to maybe pull around back here. I highly doubt it because of the success of Ventus in the last couple of rounds have been really, really good. Dweezil now trying to challenge with the Tech 9, managing to drop Unreal quite low to about 5 HP. We have a little bit of an altercation on the mid side. Fat Cakes winning that battle. So not much really can be said right now. Yeah, look at this. Unreal trying to challenge, but Dweezil quite heavily right up in front with the Tech 9. Picks up 2.
Oh!
Smacking Kempachi right in the face with that gun. Literally slapped the
Ballsy
bullets.
with 2 bullets in the magazine there. He actually goes for that peak.
We see though Slowy managing to pick up Fat Cakes' AK-47. He's going to try and engage from the vent side, as we can see. If he's going to be successful, I don't know. Taylor just heard him drop now, so that's a bit of a problem for him. Flashes out, tries to pick his man off, sprays him down, gets the shot and needs to be careful on the CT side. Picks up 2, and now he's under pressure right now for the defusal because Ventus have pushed out a little too far, so they have to try and retake the site theoretically or keep him busy, which they do. And that will be the 7th round here for them. Wow, by storm, Ventus Red looking strong.
Yeah, not really much to say about what Veneration are doing. I mean, it's all about Ventus and the way they're playing so aggressive and getting those early picks. On the Veneration side, Bananas again with the AWP. Got the early pick previously when he had the AWP here, but you need to see something big out of him. If you look at the scores, Fat Cakes and Dweezil really leading the way for the Ventus Red team on 8 kills each. On the other side, we got Slowy or Sloya or Slow YE or whatever I decided is this round.
Slowy.
Okay, we'll go with Slowy. He's leading the way for his team, but TNT not really doing much at all. 1 kill on him, and Unreal as well, also on 2 kills. So Bananas meanwhile pushing up, being very aggressive here and trying to find some information. And he's going to find his counterpart there, but actually doesn't get the shot in.
Oh, here we go.
So that's going to give up the game as to where the Ventus side is, and it's A side.
Nice little counter utility there from Unreal, actually pushing the molly down. That's going to block them just a little bit. But there we go. Dweezil taking the man inside the A bomb side. Now Unreal under pressure, not getting a frag at all. And you can see right now the Ventus team just waiting for the smoke and the molly just to kind of dissipate. Dweezil's got the angle on the car as well, so Banana's going to be under pressure. He'll get taken down, and really not much of a response here from Veneration. They managed to take some HP on all the players. Finally, we see a frag in their favor. But Ventus Red looking very strong on this map. Maybe it is one of their favorites. We have to consider that as well. And where Veneration don't really like Cash. Could be.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Veneration, if we go back a year to the previous lineup, or even in 2015, Cash was one of their stronger maps at the time. But, I mean, is there anybody in this lineup, in fact, was there? I think, well, Kenpachi was there last year, but very much changed. So I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't work for them on Cash at the moment. Maybe they don't really have much of a map pool, being a pretty new team. Ventus Red equally, I think, are fairly new, but not nearly as new a lineup as Veneration. And Veneration on a very ropey force buy at the moment.
Yeah, that's the thing. As a new team, you generally take about a week or two just to find your map pools or find the maps that you're strong on before you actually start to practice them and expand your own. And as we see FatCakes taking the frag on Unreal on the mid side. And right now, Veneration in quite a spot of trouble right at this instant. Already, Ventus taking really good work though here from Shaz and Dweezil, getting 2 frags respectively on the A-bomb site. The bomb will go down, and pretty simple stuff here. Once again, eke around for Veneration. But like I said, takes them about 2 or 3 weeks just to get their map pool in order. And then from there on, they kind of decide on, what to do next. I mean, do they actually go and focus more on their strong maps, or do they actually try and improve their map pool from the get-go? Some teams do it one way, some teams don't do it one way. And then, then once again, it comes into understanding the new metas and how to play a new meta as opposed to old meta, all of that sort of stuff, following international trends. It's really so much to think about when starting a new team, and specifically when you're moving into the Masters, that's what you need to do. You can't just be literally sitting back and doing nothing. You're going to end up dead last.
Yeah, let's see what they're able to do now with finally with a double AWP setup. But meanwhile, Ventus just tracking into that B-bomb site, running in, no fear, and they're getting the early kills there. So working out pretty well for them, and the defense just crumbling there for Veneration. I wanted to say Ventus because there's 2 teams with V's in their names. It's darned confusing, but the bomb's gone down, of course.
Yeah, it's retake time now here for Veneration, and I think this is something they'll have to focus on, specifically the retakes. If they get this one right, it'll be good for them. Coming in, we see though that Kenpachi dropping quite easily. We see Slurry now with the AWP, but he's sitting back, and nothing much can come of this because, well, they haven't positioned themselves correctly to get that initial frag. I think they were banking on Kenpachi maybe picking up the first 1 or 2 and then going in. Because he got dropped them in initially, that's when they backed off and said, no, wait, it's just too much right now. And obviously the numbers advantage as well for the Ventus Red team. So that's 10-1. Not looking good right now for VNR.
Yeah, this is a very puggy looking game, though, I must say. I mean, looking at how Ventus Red are playing it, I don't think it's genius level calls that are coming through, although maybe I'll be wrong here, but Veneration very much peaking alone, doing things alone. I mean, if you look at the way the players are approaching things, not really got any sort of cohesiveness going in, and Ventus Red playing quite fast, and so far it's working for them. They're winning those battles, and again, Dweezil with the early peak as the smoke pops gets it, and they're gonna overwhelm Tianqi here as well. He goes down. And again, Ventus Red with the early advantage.
Yeah, they're getting frags all over the place. They're opening up the sites like a candy wrapper right now. Taylor with the 2K. They're slow. The only one managing to respond with the 2K as well, respectively. But the bomb will go down in the B-bomb site here. And this looks to be, unless there's some heavy clutching, like an 11-1 lead right now from Ventus Red. Really one-sided. Not much we can say.
Yeah, I mean it is unexpected because I mean obviously there's players with some pedigree on Veneration, but yeah, the way Veneration are playing, they're just doing things individually. Wouldn't mind being a fly on the wall in their TSD how things are going down, but clearly not working for them. Ventus just playing fast and rushing in, and everything seems to be falling, in their laps at the moment, basically. So
yeah, well, look, I mean,
maybe going a little bit slower.
That's all right. It's a learning curve for the team. All they need to do is just rethink about how they approach things and be calm and collected about it. Just looking at Bananas here, and he's kind of just pausing out right now. Maybe there is some problems internally within the side. We can only speculate. But Ventus Red, really, kudos to them for a really, really strong performance here. I mean, they're doing an amazing job right now. And it's going to take one hell of a bounce back from Veneration if they want to take this from Ventus Red. They were the favorites here, literally, to actually walk away. And Ventus Red are literally proving us incorrect round by round. A nice little spray off there from Shaz, picking up the one. Fatkex, though, managing to get the trade off. And we'll see, obviously, TKZ just defending from the back. Dweezil as well. So 12-1. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very much a one-sided affair right now. Let's have a look at the scores.
Yeah, Fat Cakes 14 and 6, Dweezil 14 and 6. So both looking really good for their team. And on the other side, only really Slurry doing very much. Everybody else, I mean, Tianki 1 kill. This is just yeah. What can we say about that? I like how you said ladies and gentlemen, assuming there's any woman watching the stream whatsoever.
They generally are.
Except for the fake one, you know when Flexi comes in and pretends to be a chick named Kate.
Oh, yes, yeah. We see a little bit of a drop there actually happening. Looks like it's...
We know at least one woman is playing at least, so...
Yeah, no, there are a couple of women that actually watch. Maybe not us, they probably watch the other...
Your mom doesn't count, bro.
I'm talking about the other casters here, damn it. Come on, maybe Linux is getting some support this evening. Which then, of course, guys, please go to the Facebook South Africa channel on Facebook. Sorry, not the page. Sorry, so not the channel, the
page, yeah.
the page or the group. Actually, that's what it is. And you'll be able to see the link to Linux's broadcast this evening. He'll be doing it on Twitch. We obviously prefer YouTube because we like to stream at good quality for the local viewers to watch. We'll obviously try and nudge him on and convince him to actually stream on YouTube as well, but we'll get to that point. Twitch is great.
Yeah, I told him.
Nothing wrong with it, but yeah.
It's very purple.
Yeah, that's all. It's very purple.
No, well, it's just got to do with local servers. Of course, we've explained this many times, but we in our minds with our millions and millions of viewers think that people remember what we said 6 months ago, which of course is completely unrealistic. So, of course, YouTube there are local servers, so we can do better quality levels. But good to see Linux actually doing his thing. Young guy piped up after a video I did actually, so I guess mission accomplished there. We're all the casters. Well, there's more than just us two now. There's Linux as well, which is great. Hopefully some of the other guys get casting again soon as well. And of course, if you do watch him, give him some positive feedback. Continue to slag us off. We enjoy it. But in his case, please be nice.
Yes, indeed. Into round 14 we go here, and Taylor opening up the score sheet there, getting the first frag for the round, and followed by 2 other frags. A good trade-off there actually from TKZ. Now they're moving in towards the B-bomb side, not spotting Tianki, but he'll go down. Not being able to get the frag there on TKZ, so bomb will go pretty easy plant here for Shaz. And we are sitting with a 12-1 lead right now for Ventus Red. And Unreal Kimpachi trying to desperately move in towards the side to get the frags. Look at that. Kimpachi goes down. There is the trade-off from Unreal. And he needs to do a little bit of a clutch work here at the moment. Ooh, TKZ taking out this gun, but Unreal not checking his corners. And that will result in a 13-1 lead here for the Ventus Red team.
Yeah, really not much that can be said about what's busy transpiring at the moment, to use the longest word I could think of in the moment.
Look, I think that Veneration just needs to go review this VOD and just go, okay, hold on, guys. You know, we need to either just take this map and not really vote for it ever. Look, this is ESEA. You are forced to play all the maps, which is a very nice thing. There we go.
Through the smoke there.
Good little frag there, though, from TKZ. But like I said, they'll just have to relook at their options and obviously start practicing as a team and relooking at a whole bunch of things, like their strat plays, their executions, their use of utility. Pretty simple stuff coming out here from Ventus, though, just knocking them all one by one. And this last round not looking very good either for the Veneration team, unfortunately. Really almost like a counter. Nicely sprayed there, though, from Tianki. And we see Slowly just taking, or seeing his fate with the Tech 9 in the hands of Dweezil. But look, it's just one of those things. You have these games, and you know we did expect we did expect Veneration to be tops here, to walk away with the victory. We thought it was going to be close, maybe like a 16-10 or 16-12 type of result, but not a 14-1 at the half.
Yeah,
I mean, this
but
is something we did not
no,
expect.
not at all. I mean, again, you look at the pedigree of the names on Veneration, you'd think they'd be doing better, but again, it's also early days.
It is early
One
days.
thing I was wondering, I mean, I don't play ESEA. I mean, in fact, I've never had an ESEA account because I was no longer an active player by the time ESEA was in South Africa. So just played Billisoft. But I recall the servers being spoken about as like the best thing ever in servers. But things I've heard of late have been that the servers aren't quite so good anymore. So I mean, if you guys can drop in the chat, of course I'm not reading the chat right now, but I'll go back and look a little bit later. I mean, are the servers still like the name in servers, or are they suffering from a little bit of lack of maintenance, or what may it be? And I'm just bringing it up as a conversation piece because it's 14-1, so there's not a hell of a lot we can say about it, right?
Well, that's the thing. I actually did my research on the servers, and the servers are in pretty good form, according to many players and some players, etc. So, look, there were some issues, definitely. And just going into the first round of the second half here, we see, though, that Veneration pushing hard in towards that A bomb site. They're probably going to get caught off here because there are three, as well we can see, three Ventus players close by, and they usually use the USPSs and the P2000s, etc. There we go, first frag to them as they are trying to close it off now. Fatcake's coming in aggressively here with very low HP. He's going to try and take a frag. He gets one, and now the battle is on. Unreal picks off two, and we see Shaz doing the work here as well with the USPS. And Unreal, slowly also, Unreal's trying to pop them in from the mouth side. He manages to get the one, so it is going to be up to Shaz. Can she get a man? Ooh, how's this going to work? It looks like it is going to be the first round to VNR. So finally, they pull one back. And, in the nick of time, really. Didn't they win the first pistol round as well? Or was that Ventus? No, it was VNR. They won the first pistol round.
Well, how very strange. It's I guess so the wheel turns. Pistol seems to work for them, but let's see if they can do some damage on the T side, but they just don't have the rounds on their side. It's going to be hard. Very hard.
Yeah, indeed. Hard push from Vienna on the mid side here. So the rest of the Ventus guys, they're trying to push it off, and they get the first frag slowly. Also managing to take down Fat Cakes there. So it is a 4-on-4 here, although Dweezil low on the HP. As they move in towards this B bomb site now, Veneration just questioning now their methods here potentially. We see though TKZ also doing well with the P250 taking down Unreal. There's the trade-off from VNR, so it's still a 3-on-3 scenario here. Not looking the greatest right now for VNR actually on the buy, and well, the second round buy, where they have got a fairly decent advantage. And they're still just kind of almost aimlessly working on this mid side. We see though TKZ dropping in and getting another frag. He drops the bomb, so that's a very big thing right now here for the Ventus team. They're going to try and secure that bomb plant, but look at this. Look at Kimpachi coming in. Oh, he drops to TKZ, and that was one of the only chances they had. And look at that. Ventus strike back on the second round after losing the pistol. Wow, it looks like Veneration have got no real tact at the moment. There's no real, how do I say, drive to go forward and actually take rounds.
Yeah, again, I think it's the way they're spreading out and not really playing correctly for trades, but also just luck is favoring Ventus Red the whole time. I mean, again, I didn't think Ventus Red on their T side were doing anything particularly revolutionary, but things just seem to fall their way, and sometimes you have those games.
Yep. We see now Taylor doing very well here with a UMP, picks up 3 actually, and gets the support from Shaz as well. And that's it, guys. Ventus 16-2. What a game there for them. Easy stuff on the end of it, but a very unfortunate result for Veneration. A result that we did not foresee.
Yeah, I'm a little stunned by this, to be honest. Very strange. But yeah, I take nothing away from Ventus Red. They played well. Definitely hit their shots, and I think Dweezil was a particularly good surprise, especially with that Tech 9 and the AWP really doing the work for his team there. Overall, I mean, not a lot that can be said about what Veneration did. They didn't really do much at all, but let's hope that they can come back from this. They are, of course, a Masters team, Ventus Red or not. Um, although I guess Ventus Red definitely have the potential to be there at some point in the future based on the players that they have. I really didn't think they would perform quite this well, but let's keep an eye on them for the rest of the season, and let's hope Veneration get it together going into future games.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all our games for this evening. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think Linux is still continuing. He's got a game now and an 8 o'clock as well. I think so. Definitely join him for that. Again, be nice. It's his very first week of casting, and well, I'm really pleased to see what a great job he's doing, considering he comes into it well so late in life at the tender age of 22. So he's doing Voltaic versus Gravity at 8 o'clock. He's probably still busy with Singularity versus Energy, and at 9 p.m. you can catch the same VNR team versus BZK, who were the finest MSSA thought South Africa could offer on the international scene. Let's see how they fare against VNR.
Yeah, indeed. And I also realized that I was using the wrong overlay the whole entire game as well. So I do apologize for that, guys.
What did the overlay say? Did it call me
No,
something
it
funny?
was one of the side overlays that we're not supposed to use. That was the actual one I was supposed to use, but I do apologize. You can hang me up. You can tune me for it. I completely understand. My mistake, but it's fine. We are busy fixing our overlays going into hopefully into next week. We've got some really cool stuff that will start propping out from a production point of view. So at least it'll look a little bit nicer going forward. For now, we just literally-
Unfortunately, it'll sound the same because it's still us. You're stuck with us. Sorry.
Yes, yeah, indeed. But look, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed this evening. 3 interesting games. A game that we did not expect on the end of it, specifically the Veneration point of view. Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate, but anyway. So yeah, we'll definitely catch you guys next week Sunday. Once again, same place, same time. Hopefully, we'll actually change the channel name. So if you guys haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel so we can change the channel name to something a little bit more decent than youtube.com/live. You know, that's not exactly something that you want to kind of remember.
It's a great name. Rolls
yeah.
off the tongue.
Yeah, it's a really long ass name, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'm Burning Red, and of course Extremes, my co-caster joining you this evening, bring you some ESEA action. We will definitely bring you some more next week Sunday. I hope you guys have a good evening, and please go and pop over to Linux's Twitch channel and actually go view him and see what he's up to. And I'm definitely gonna go and have a look now and watch those games. Anyway, guys, Mike, anything from your side?
No, not really. Put out a couple more videos this week and see what sort of reaction I get.
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward
Or
to them.
what kind of reaction I get in secret. Who knows?
Anyway, guys, adios. Enjoy.